Good morning, everyone. Let me just do one thing before I get started. I was trying to get my food. Uh, just hold on for 1 second, okay? Just want to let you know. I'm gonna let you listen to the music while I get everything else together. All right? I'm trying to get my lemon water. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Hi guys, I'm coming. If you all can hear me, let me just get myself seated. Yeah. Just have to get myself seated. Oh, let me turn this music off. Okay, let me just turn this music off here. Intro music. Okay, I'm here. Oh gosh. Got a blue star today with my HEB cup. See, I got my HEB cup. Yes, I do. Let me put some lotion on these hands. Where is my... Okay. Yes. Let me see who all we got in the house this morning. Sorry, guys, I was running behind. Sorry about that. But let me just say this. Let me just get the house rules out of the way. Then I can say anything I want. Thank you all for waiting. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Pink House. Yes, I said it. Welcome. And I just woke up. You can probably hear it in my voice. Okay? And I jumped up and I said, and I got to my computer and they said they was going to lunch. The courthouse is going to lunch now. Oh my God. Hit the like button, guys, coming in. Let me see whether this is too hot. While y'all hit that like button, I got a straw in here, but shoot. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah, it's hot. You can see the steam coming up from it. I'm going to leave the top off for a while so I can be able to drink it soon. But don't forget, guys, I said hit the like button coming in, or if you're in the bushes, hit the like button so we can get this stuff kicking off and popping, okay? Because you know I need to get it kicking and popping. And let me be putting some lotion on my hands. Just give me 1 second to definitely get this lotion. Put this lotion on my hand and go put it back. I don't know if you get that lotion. That lotion belongs in my bath, my master bath. Okay. So I got the lotion on my hands. Okay. Now, please hit that like button because I need that, guys. And then we're going to see who's all in here in the Pink House today. See, putting that good lotion on those hands. Okay. Now, since I got that done, I'm getting things done slowly this morning because my voice is still cracky in. Do something for me, guys. My audio been sounding off. It have. Put a 1 in the chat if my audio is sounding okay to you, because it's been sounding like ish. It have. And I don't like it. And it's sounding like that. Okay. Oops. Drop my phone. No, it's too early for me this morning. I mean, what the break is that? It's too early for me this morning. It's too early. I'm just... Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, please, guys. And don't forget, I have more than one channel. I got 3, but I'm asking you just to subscribe to 2. Pinkie the Housewife, and that's my music, my desk. And if you already subscribed to Pinkie the Housewife, then don't forget about my second channel, Pink Global. So go over there while they're subscribe to the channel. Okay? Go ahead and do that. Because this is what it... See, Pink Global, 2 words, all caps. and a space between pink and global. So go ahead and do that for me. Let me just put up this warning because we got some kinky stuff. Some, oh, that's the freaking stuff. Stuff that you don't even want to. You have to turn your eyes and cover your eyes or close your eyes and cover up your ears just to be out hearing this stuff. This stuff ain't. Uh-uh. Let me go ahead and put up my trigger warning. Y'all know I got to have my trigger warning up because not everybody can take this stuff. You know, some people can't take it. So I'm just letting them know ahead of time. This is some stuff. Keep the kids out of the room. Now, I can't even take it. But right now, it's day 8. It's day 8. Okay, guys? Whew. You know, Cassie's mom was on the stand yesterday. Yes, she was. She was standing up for her daughter. She was speaking for her daughter. Yes, she was. And I don't blame the woman. That's my daughter too. I'll be speaking for her too. You know what? Her mom is beautiful. Look at her. That's where Cassie got her looks from. Look at her mama. Her mama said, "You ain't gonna play with my child. Not today, you're not. You ain't gonna do nothing to my child. Not today, maybe not even ever." Mm-mm. Mm. Oh shoot, that's hot. Ooh, you don't drink stuff from a straw when it's hot. Ooh, once it get in your mouth, you can't do nothing but just swallow it down and hope you're still alive when you get through. But anyway, Cassie's mom is going to continue her testimony. She's sort of been doing that this morning. And she was probably doing that while I was asleep. Probably so many people came on to stand since I was asleep this morning. I woke up at a little after 11 this morning. And then I laid in the bed looking at my phone and then I realized, what do you call this time? The Diddy case, the Diddler. Oh, Lord. And I got up, brushed my teeth, washed my face and stuff. Yeah. But she's still on the stand today. Let's see who we got in here. So when they come back, we're back. But I'm gonna catch you all up from yesterday. Okay? Oh, Lord. Sharon Howard, thank you for being here. Blessings, Pinkie and chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Linda Gamble, she's the moderator of the best moderator on the YouTube street. See, I'm going to make a song about that one day. The best moderator on the YouTube street. And y'all know I can't sing, so don't y'all be coming at me. You need to stick to your day job. I ain't got no day job. So that's why I can say I'm going to make a song about it. Okay? So I can do that. Hit the like button on your way into the chat. Yes, please. Hit the like button, guys, on your way into the chat. Linda is telling me. She ain't asking me. And I second that emotion. Is somebody on the third and fourth that emotion? Don't mention any content creators in my chat, please. And thank you very much. Hi, Terry. Good morning. Happy to see you. I already hit that like button. See, that's what I like. Why can't everybody else do that? Why can't y'all just do like Terry? Hit the like button on your way in so I can shut the F up so I don't have to ever talk about it. I just put it up there and said maybe one time and that's it. Well, y'all see I'm cranky because I haven't even had time to even drink anything this morning. I'm like this in the morning. Because y'all know, normally I'll just be rolling out in bed or just brushing my teeth and stuff. This is too early for me. Because I don't have physical therapy. The only time I get up early is when I got something to go do, like physical therapy. Hey, Linda, working, but listen, thank you, Terry. Thank you. Now get some of your people at work to know that Pinkie the Housewife is live doing this story sometimes, but don't get in trouble because you know how some people. I'm trying to see whose car this is. Y'all know I'm nosy. Y'all know I'm nosy. Yes, I am. Very, very nosy. Mm-hmm. That's just me. I'm coming in. I'm coming. Getting my lemon water. Yes, I was. Pinkie, I will be back and forth on your channel, working several channels. Okay, thank you, Linda Gamble. Y'all, since Linda's going to be back and forth, y'all help me out here, okay? If you see a troll come in, you know what you got to do. You got to let me know so I get them out of here. And I'll try to be civil about it. If you see anybody doing some funny stuff, let me know. Okay? Because we ain't got time for this funny stuff. Oh, no. We ain't got time. If somebody come in, y'all know I always say a troll is a person that pops up in your chat all of a sudden you never seen them before, and they ask you 1,000 questions. They go asking a question before they even say, "Hey, Pinkie, hey, the housewife," or "How you doing, Miss Lady in the yellow shirt, sweatshirt?" You know what I'm saying? So when they start doing that, if they don't say hey to me or hey to the chat or hey to somebody in my chat, then they're trolling. They may not be a troll, but they're a troll to me. And I don't answer none of their questions. And I let them know. So we ain't going to pop off like that. Hey, Justice. Only reason I'm kind of vocal, kind of high vocal right now, is I'm still trying to drink this stuff here. Justice. Wait. I got to take little by little. This is hot, guys. So y'all don't play with me. Y'all see this big lemon in here? So can I pick it up? See this big old lemon? I got a whole, and these ain't your little bitty lemons that you get at no, these are those big giant lemons that you get at like Sam's Club and Costco. These big lemons or Sprouts. You can't just go to Walmart and find them. No, you can't just go to any other store and find them. Linda, Justice, I'll be dropping my link if you want to come up. Just give me 1 second. Hi, thank you, Terry. So my voice sounds okay. I don't sound like I'm. Let me see, because thank you, Terry. So my voice sounds okay. I don't sound like I'm. Y'all know I'm playing this on my phone. Too. Got to get that in too. Okay. I'm gonna we're gonna catch up from yesterday. Ooh, am I tired? I am so broke down and tired. When I say I'm tired, I am exhausted. I look like it. I look like a mess, a hot mess. But I woke up looking like this. I have nothing on this big, beautiful face. I got some lip gloss on. That's about it. Because I don't want to put no lipstick on because I'm trying to do this and eat some food over here. Don't make no sense for me to put lipstick or all that mess on my face right now. I just woke up. See how do y'all see anything on my face? No. So that means Pinkie woke up looking like this. I just be trying to tell y'all. That's my link, guys. You make my day. Always have me laughing. Okay, thank you, Terry. Thank you. I just be myself. And so, shoot, I can tell y'all. Right. Let me see who's talking about it. Because you know they're out to lunch right now. They only get a 30-minute lunch. Did y'all know that? Only 30 minutes. And the judge had the food brought in for them. Because trying to get out to New York, get out, by the time you get out and get your food and you haven't even made it back, your 30 minutes is over. So he have food brought in to them. So they only get that 30 minutes. It ain't like they're getting a whole darn hour. They ain't like you at work somewhere. You on a jury trial. That'll right there. I don't know what y'all talking about. Let me see who's live in this boogie. Who's doing what they're supposed to be doing up in here. Let me see. No, I'm just trying to see how things are popping out. That's all I'm trying to do. Y'all get these like, okay, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be so good, y'all ain't going to know it's me. Y'all ain't going to know it's me. Okay, let me find somebody, find the news coverage on this boogie right now, this morning. Let me see. See what CNN is live this morning. What the heck are we talking about? Y'all know. Oh, they're talking. Oh Lord, let me get it. Let me get it. Oh Lord. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Let me see. No, I'm not going to do that because CNN is live on it, but I'm not going to pull theirs up. This. Let me see who else is live. Give me a second, guys. Let me see what they're saying right quick. No. Okay, let me go back and show you what they was just talking about showing. Oh my God. Oh my God. This may be I know somebody getting ready to have some fun with this. We getting ready to have some fun with this here. We getting ready to have some fun with this. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to put this somewhere where I can remember where I put it. No, I won't remember if I put it there. I put it right in here. What is this? Day 8. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to bring this up and let y'all see it right now. So y'all can see what I'm laughing. Oh, my God. Oh, there's Justice. Hi, Justice.
Hi, Pinkie.
Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna stay a long time, but I am coming to bring you some news that just happened.
You take the floor.
Huh?
Take the floor.
Okay. From my little source, they let go for lunch, and just as they getting ready to let go for lunch, the jury is out the room, and all of a sudden, United States Marshals walk in with a guy that nobody knew. Well, my source didn't know. His name is George KAPLAND. George KAPLAND. Diddy's head fell. And immediately the United States Marshal and the prosecutor said, do you plan on pleading the fifth all the way through? He said, yes, I do. And this is in front of the judge, in front of Diddy and his team, in front of the prosecutors. He said, do you plan on pleading the fifth all the way through? He said, yes, I do. He said, we have a immunity deal. Did you read it? And the guy said, no. He said, did your attorney read it? He said, no. He said, well, we have a paper copy right here. And they hand his lawyer the paper copy. His lawyer reads the paper copy and says, good deal. And the guy tell them, I'm ready to talk. Woo! Diddy fell. Diddy almost fell out his chair. Oh, we don't know what this guy know, but we know he know enough stuff that the United States of America gave him immunity to get up there and tell it.
Now, I typed in the name. You
Yeah,
said George Kaplan. Is
George
that with C
Kaplan.
or
Yeah,
K?
I think it's a C. I'm not sure.
Okay. Now
I
put
just
it
got
in
this
with a C.
news 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I got it in with a C. And I pulled him up. Let me see. Okay, that's a let me just see. Is this him? I'm going on to a Facebook account. Let me see if this can't be him then.
I don't know what this guy is or who he is or what, but his name is George. It's either Caperland, I think Caperland, or
Okay, I
Kaplan,
got CAPLAND. You think it's CAPER.
ER.
Okay, let me
Uh-huh.
put ER on it
Yeah,
then.
that's the way it was pronouncing to me. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
spelling it right or not.
Okay. Because this one here don't look. Okay. Okay, let me see. George, no, that's a George Copeland.
Not a Copeland. Kaplan, she said. Maybe it's Kaper.
Okay, K. I'm gonna try K. But go ahead and tell me more while I try to pull him up.
Okay, this guy was a total surprise witness. The live in the courtroom, he made a deal with the United States against Diddy. Live in the courtroom. He didn't walk in there with a deal already done. He walked in there refusing to talk, saying that this might incriminate me. I refuse to talk. It might incriminate me. They said, we got an immunity deal for you. Did you read it? He says, no. They said, did your attorney read it? He said, no. He said, well, we got a paper copy right here. Because the word on the streets is if you do not testify against him, you must be a co-conspirator. You must be in on it with him, and we coming after you next. That's the word on the legal streets. So this guy and his lawyer reads this immunity deal live in the courtroom. Only people
Oh my
missing is
God,
the
tell me,
jury.
Phil.
Yes,
I'm trying
only
to pull up what happened this morning because it takes them a little time to get back from lunch. So go ahead.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. So they read it live in the court.
And
That's why.
they
That's why
agree.
I need to have somebody to wake me up. My husband be gone in the morning with the baby. I need somebody
Well,
that's
this
gonna
just
wake me up in the morning and say, Pinkie, it's time to get up. Because by the time I get up, I'll be missing everything. Oh my Lord. Whew, Lord.
yeah. This just happened when the judge said we're gonna recess for lunch, and they took the jury out the room, and when the door swung open like in a movie, the door swung open, and it's the United States Marshals walking him in.
Whew.
Yeah,
Well, let me see. Okay, this is NBC News here. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Oh my God. Let me
yeah.
see.
I got to find out who this man is and what he got to say, because he gonna testify. He
Ooh,
made a deal
Lord.
right in the courtroom, right in front of
The
Diddy them
walls gonna be
face,
shaking in
and
there.
Diddy's lawyers
Woo!
them.
Huh? The
They
walls
cannot
gonna be
object to
shaking.
anything. Yeah. So your next thumbnail ought to be uh uh
Who is
witness, what is it, what is mm,
some
surprise
witness,
witness,
surprise witness,
because he was surprised. Diddy them didn't know. Diddy probably
surprise
think
witness.
he's still gonna plead the fifth because he'll get in trouble, but they gave him immunity.
Yeah.
They gave him immunity. What you tell us, we not gonna use against you.
I just pulled it up. Oh, I got his picture. Oh Lord, let me pull up his picture right now. Let me
What
just
did say about him, Pinkie? Who is he?
no, I'm getting ready to show y'all right now. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh my Lord.
This is hot off the press. This just happened 10 minutes ago.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Y'all better put them likes in this chat. Put these likes in this chat right now. Oh, thank you. Here it is, right here, Linda.
This is what you call boots on the ground.
We were spelling it wrong. It's KAPLAN, just LAN.
Okay.
Okay, that's why I couldn't pull it up, but that's okay. We was on the right track. Arrives at the courthouse today. Oh, this is this picture. Oh Lord,
Oh,
let me snapshot that picture so I can keep it up.
yeah. He's a surprise witness.
Surprise, surprise. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put nothing
deal made with the feds. He done made a deal with the feds.
and he's a white man, so he
Yeah,
know
he
he
got
ain't
a
gonna
lot to tell.
save
Yeah,
nobody. He gonna save
yeah,
himself. They know
yeah.
they'll save themselves. They ain't about to go down with the shenanigans.
They'll give up their mama.
Uh, they ain't going down with no shenanigans.
I wonder
Baby,
what he know. What does he know? What is it that will make the United States give him immunity, though, Pinkie?
I don't know. Oh my
He
Lord.
got to have some. He got to have some major information, because my source say did his head laid on the desk. He just laid his damn head down.
Oh my God. If
He
he
was
laid his
shocked.
head
He didn't
down,
know it.
he is
Yeah, he
trying
was
to
shocked. He
pretend like
didn't
he's
know it.
not even in that courtroom. He wants to say,
And
I'm not here. Y'all don't see
yeah,
me. I'm gonna
hey,
hide.
one
Go
more
ahead.
piece of news for you. Diddy has hired this special asset person to try to help him keep some of his assets, because
Yeah.
when you are convicted in these kind of crimes, racketeering and trafficking and all that, the state takes everything you own, all
Right.
that
I heard
property.
he's trying
They
to sell
freeze
out
them
too.
bank accounts. Yeah,
Right.
so Diddy done hired for $1 million this guy to try to tell him how. And my source say the guy is just milking him, because you can't stop the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
So they just
No.
milking him out of money.
Mm-hmm. Because he
And
was
the kids supposed to showed up today, the boys.
freak off instead of trying to protect his money. That's what happens. He was too busy
hmm
petting
Yeah,
that, sitting up, rubbing on that Tootsie Roll.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the boys showed up today.
So they showed up today. You know the
The
girls. I
boys. I ain't see the girls. I saw the
They ain't
boys.
coming back. I can
Uh-uh.
call
Oh,
live.
oh, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is my third piece of news for you.
Okay.
The girls put the word out to the bloggers. They not gonna be going to college. I guess they too embarrassed. And my source say they need to go into college, because daddy ain't gonna have no money for y'all.
That is right. They better go to college and get themselves an education. Like
Yeah,
right
thinking you're
now,
gonna live off of daddy money, because the state gonna take that.
they they getting every bit of that. I'm starting a
Mm-hmm.
brand new page. Day 8.
Mm-hmm. Surprise
What's today?
witness. Today
So
is the
I need to put all
21st.
these notes in here. So when I
Yeah,
need to pull up stuff. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. And I'm gonna write with a red pen because that means
yeah,
very important. Okay,
yeah.
I got
Feds
Lincoln
introduced surprise witness.
surprise witness.
Diddy is surprised by the surprise witness.
Ooh, look. Let me read over us. Okay. Okay. Here it is. Sean Diddy Combs trial live updates. Agent testifies about drugs, guns, and sex supplies found in Miami home. Combs faced
Yeah,
5 criminal counts in total, including 2 of sex trafficking. He denies all charges. Okay. Okay. What to know about the sex trafficking? This is from today. Okay. From today. Want to know about the trafficking trial, Sean Diddy? Well, let me get down to we'll come back. Let's get down to this man first. Oh,
yeah,
right there,
Kaplan.
right there. Okay, so his stuff starts right here.
Yeah,
Witness George Kaplan granted immunity to testify. Oh my
I
Lord!
told you. All right,
I need some
all right.
popcorn, guys. Go get. I know
I'm
girls.
boots
Go
on
get
the
some
I'm boots
popcorn.
on the ground. I'm boots on the.
Boots
I'm
on the
copping off the
ground.
black Titanic.
Boots on the ground. Oh. Y'all will
Yes,
have to excuse us. We get highly excited when we
we
get good
excited
news.
about this because he going down.
You
He
going
going
down.
down.
Oh, let me play that song. I got it. You going to jail. He's already in
Yeah,
jail, but you
yeah,
going to
yeah,
prison. You going to prison. I'm going to play that song once we get through. Uh,
yeah.
okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read this. Witness George Kaplan granted immunity to testify. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, It's a government. The government witness, George
Yep.
Kaplan, a
Yep.
former
Yep.
assistant of Combs. So he's a former assistant of Combs.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, entered court after Hines wrapped up, saying he was there after receiving a subpoena. Earlier in the day, there were concerns over whether he had pleaded the Fifth Amendment
I
and
told you.
not testified.
Uh-huh.
Prosecutors offered to grant him immunity after he
Yep.
answered questions. Ooh, Lord. But warned
Mm-hmm.
that this protection does not cover perjury. Perjury.
Yeah, he
Got to
can't lie. He got to tell the truth.
tell the truth. Don't be scapegoating. Because
That's
that
right. If you
make
lie,
no
we're gonna
mistake,
lock you up. If you lie, we're gonna lock
you're
you
gonna
up.
get locked up. Hi Sharon, thank you for getting in, coming in. Girl is hot off the press. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Justice just brought some news right here this morning. She just
10
struck
minutes old.
and just slammed it out on the table. She didn't hold back. She just slammed this on this table. She did not hold back. She didn't do anything. She just slapped it on the table. And I didn't even
Checkmate.
mind. She was shaking the walls when she was doing that. I didn't mind. Okay.
You
After
crazy.
uh, after Kaplan's attorney
Mm.
reviewed the legal document, the judge executed Kaplan's immunity, and Kaplan will testify later today. Oh my Lord! Let me push myself back from the desk and give myself
Yes,
some room
ma'am.
to breathe.
Yep.
Exhale in,
Yep.
exhale out, breathe.
And Kid Cudi.
And keep cutting today. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh, oh my
Mm-hmm.
Lord. Oh my Lord. I can't wait. Y'all have to excuse me. See, I was grumpy this morning, but I'm not now. I need to get my pen. Where's my pen? So I can close
Where
that
is
pen.
that?
What did I do with my pen? Where's my pen? Oh, it's in the other room. It's not here. In here. Linda. Hey, Linda. Ooh, Lord. Let me calm my nerves down. Ooh,
Yes,
oh,
ma'am.
calm my nerves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't forget, Kid Cudi testifying
Big
today.
Daddy. Okay,
Yeah, the,
calls his
the one who
testimony
car he blew up.
for lunch until 12:45 p.m. So it's 1:45. They only been back about 5 minutes from lunch.
Yes,
So
right.
let's go ahead and hear what's going on. They only been back because it'll be 1:45 there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's 12:51 here, so it's 1:51 there. So they should be back. They should be just getting back. So let
Mm-hmm.
us see what's going on. Ooh, my
Okay.
Lord. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
Defense mechanism for abuse victims is delayed disclosure, psychologists said. The abuse victims will sometimes delay disclosing what they have been through, fearing fallout. Fallout. Yes, they do. As such,
That's the that's the testimony of the expert witness about why people hold back from telling the stuff and why Cassie what took all the beatings and all. That's an expert witness testifying this morning.
right. Because you tell anybody, you get beat even more. But
Yeah,
then you
and
tell
they
the
and they
truth, then
threaten your family. They threaten your
they
family too.
you, even your small kids.
That's right.
Even
That's
the
right.
baby, if you kill the baby, they're threatening that. They'll beat it
And they
out.
got people, he had people watching you. So if you go to the police, he'll know it. And then some of
Right.
the police working for him. And if
That
you
is
go
true.
tell somebody, they following where you go.
Hmm. That is true. And thank God, Cassie Mama saved all that piece of evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-mm. And
Yes,
then
ma'am.
that's why abuse will likely first be disclosed to a very close friend or loved one who will be viewed by victims as the most trusted, trusting years, according to her. And the
Mm-hmm.
traumatic and the trauma itself can impact the victim's memory,
Mm-hmm.
combat, veteran, child,
Mm-hmm.
sex abuse victims, and others have shown a propensity for failing to recall in exact details as stress narrows attention. A lot of times it's like you put it in it's almost like you become two different people.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you become two different people. And that person that's being beat and stuff, the other person of the other side, another person of you would come out and be the protector. And where the other one is smalling up. You know how most time when a woman, a young girl or something is being beat like Cassie, they fall up into a fetal position.
Yeah.
They go back and so that other person, just say the other person of you is going to be the protector of the one that always getting beat. So the other person is the one that stands up for you or tell people, or the one that's going to take the beating for you because they're trying to protect the real person, which is that little child
Yeah.
in you.
It gives you multiple personalities.
Yeah, multiple personalities. So one is going to be a protector of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the other one is still that little
Yeah.
19-year-old girl that came to him in the
Yeah.
very beginning.
Yeah.
And she'll talk like she's 19 and
Yeah.
still
And then
act
sometime because you
and
can't
like
fight
19.
him.
Was that other one, she's gonna be the big bad one.
Yeah. And sometimes because you can't fight the one who's mistreating you, you fight other people.
You say you can't fight him,
Yeah. Sometimes you
right?
can't fight
Fight
him,
other
so you
people.
fight other
And
people.
just like she told that man, right, that I would unalive you when he was
That's
talking about he
right.
seen
Yeah.
this STD
Yeah.
tape. She would never
Mm-hmm.
say that to Diddy, but she
Right.
can
Right.
it, but right,
She
but
felt
see,
it, but she couldn't say it. She felt it, but she couldn't
right,
say it.
right. And she don't mean she's gonna unalive you,
Mm-mm.
but
Mm-mm.
just that anger she can get out, like
Yeah.
anybody would do. Say
Yeah.
something, I would say something like that. Somebody say something, tell me they got some naked pictures, but I ain't got no naked pictures. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not about to be ramping up on somebody. Mm-mm. Ooh, Lord. Okay, let me find. Let's see whether they came back from the courthouse guy. But here
Okay.
is this. This is him.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my Lord.
Snap a picture of him, Pinkie, because you're gonna put it
Oh,
up
I
there.
did. I got him. Let me
Yeah.
pull him up right now so I can get rid of this. Oh Lord. You know I got him. I put him in. Oh, I got that. Because where is he? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Here he is, right here. I should have made it a little smaller so we all can get on the screen. Yeah, there we are then. But anyway, there he is, right there, guys. He don't look
Mm-hmm.
like he ain't there to protect nobody. He
Uh-uh.
said,
And
"You ain't gonna get my cute looking self up in
but
no prison."
you know what, Pinkie, he was a personal assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Personal assistant. That means he was in all Diddy's personal business.
Yeah,
He
right.
saw everything. He was the one who handed him his shoes. He the one who, oh, go get me this and get me that and call so and so, do this, do that. So he know a lot.
A lot of stuff. He knows
Mm-hmm.
where the money went when it came to paying all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yes.
Who came in to meet with him? Who had appointments with him? He had his appointment book and all this kind of stuff. That's why they gave him immunity. He's a wealth of knowledge.
A wealth of money. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, my Lord. He sure is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he the one
Oh
who
my.
pulls his suit out the closet and you ought to wear this tie, boss, and these socks go with that, and all that kind of stuff. Changes his dirty sheets when he get up in the
Right.
morning. That's his personal assistant. He get to see who in that bedroom with him. All this
Mhm.
kind of stuff.
Make sure enough baby oil is there, and
That's right. That's
that
right.
that
That's
lubricant.
right. He probably told him, put this off in that baby oil for me. Oh, I got another piece of tip for you too. That stuff that you was reading that they found in his house, in his
Yes.
place when this is the stuff they found when he was arrested. The day they arrested him, they went up to that hotel. They
Mhm.
found proof that a woman had been there. He had just got through having a freak off before, and they found eye drops. So the government tested the eye drops. He had that stuff off in the eye drops so he could get high. When you see him putting eye drops, you think he just getting some eye drop, but it's got the stuff off in the eye drops.
Oh my Lord. What do he not have stuff in? You can't you can't even probably wipe your butt at his house. You
Even laced the toilet paper. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They found bags of all kind of pills. They found a woman's shoes and stuff there. They found the baby oil, of course, but they found just they found the $100 bill, and they wrapped up, it's rolled up, and they tested it, and it had the suchi in it, the stuff he's snorting and stuff. It had that. They tested the $100 bill he had sitting laying inside the bed, and it had the drugs in it where he been snorting that stuff.
Oh my Lord.
Mm-hmm. This man is crazy.
He is crazy. He is crazy. I'm going to give you the key rundowns from today. Item seized from Combs' Miami home: bottles of baby oil and lubricant, ammunition, narcotics, 7-inch platform heels. Oh my Lord.
That's the woman's shoe.
Yeah, you got to play dress up in. Let me bring up what's been going on, so we can we're going to check this courthouse out in just a minute. Oh my Lord. Okay. The key headlines for today: 1 hour and 40 minutes ago, the psychologist testified about the abusive relationship between make a victim feel trapped. Behaviors that make a victim feel trapped. Hours and 29 minutes ago, the special agent concluded testimony. The psychologist to take the stand.
Yeah. That's the expert witnesses there.
Expert witness. Now, this morning, Kid Cudi would testify today. That's what the prosecution saying that. Now, May 20th, which was yesterday, Hayes testified. Deterred, Cassie did not seem uncomfortable. Focus on Combs during alleged SEX encounter. Yeah. Okay. So that's that for today. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can see from the outside, or the news coverage that tell us what's going on in the courthouse. Oh wait, now here's somebody talking right now. Let me see, can I get it? Oh, who is that talking? Let me see. You can. Who is that talking? This is ABC News. Let me see, can I pull them up where I get it? Hi, PK Joe. Thank you for being here, PK. PK, we're on an airplane that's going, because this stuff is coming. This stuff is coming like crazy. It's like crazy. I'm gonna while I look for showing trial underway. It says, okay, we already know that Combs is accused of being the ringleader of the alleged enterprise that abused, threatened, and coerced women into prolonged drug-fueled SEX orgies with male prostitutes while calling it the freak office, and then threatened them into silence. He has said that all the SEX was consensual. But how can be consensual when somebody is completely out of their mind on drugs? They don't know what they're doing. You can ask them, do you want to go climb a tree or climb on top of the house? Yeah, let's do that. Because they don't know what they're talking about. That's why they don't have no feeling for, that's why they can have going for 3 and 4 days of the same thing, because they drugged up. Their body ain't feeling what they feeling. Body feeling totally different. They don't feel all this, somebody doing all this stuff to them. And they don't know they're exhausted until it's over. That's why they have to have those IVs and stuff. Even him and Mama Combs have to have IDs. Okay. Combs said that all. Okay, I read that. Combs' lawyer, Mark. What is this? A year ago? Whatever his name is. Said Combs was simply part of the swingers lifestyle. That ain't no swingers lifestyle. They don't have to. There's no person that sits back and do this here and direct everybody.
And drug them and beat them.
Right, and beat them and take videos of them and threaten them afterwards.
Yeah.
That ain't no swingers lifestyle.
Nah.
That's something else, totally different. So I don't know what they talking about. Let me try to go ahead and get one of these here. I'm going to try to bring one up. Oh my Lord. This is too much justice. This is too much. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. No, can't do it that way. I'm just trying to see. Go ahead, Justice, if you want to say something. I'm trying to read these and see which ones I can pull up right quick. Because, you know, you can't pull up on everything. Okay, let me, but yesterday we did see everything that was going on in the courthouse. It was a lot. I can't do it that way. It's gonna, if I share, let me try to do it this way and see what it let me. I'm trying another way and see what it let me.
I was telling you, Pinkie, that Diddy and his lawyers are trying to make Cassie life miserable by forcing her to come back again. But the the judges and the prosecutor is saying we don't see no reason for that. But he's just trying to mess with her
Right.
to
That's
make her
all.
come back. And she ain't no need for her to come back. She didn't say what she had to say.
Right. They trying to what they're trying to do is get a mistrial, because if she come back and go into labor, they can request a mistrial because she's the main witness. That's what they're trying to do. Them folks ain't right.
I know one thing. After her mama testified, he ought to be wanting to leave the Vancouvers alone. He ought to want to leave them alone.
Right. Leave them folks alone. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to see, can I enlarge it? I'm trying to pull it up a different way, but I'm trying to see, can I enlarge it? Okay. On Twitter, Tumblr. I'm just trying to let me see if I put it
Did
on
you
my.
get to see that statement that Cassie's husband made, Pinkie?
No, what statement did he make?
He made a statement after Cassie testified and they was leaving for the day. His name is Alex Fine, and he
Yeah,
is.
I love his name.
Me too. And he said, we are through. And people are saying, how can he sit there and listen to his wife tell all those things? I've heard it before. And when you love somebody, it don't matter where they been. It's where y'all
Right,
going. He says, where
right,
we going.
right. He needs to be there to listen,
That's right.
and
And you
everything.
know she done told him. You know that.
Right. Right.
And besides, Diddy threatened to unalive him. He know what went down.
Right. He knows. So I don't know why they trying to trip.
Yeah, that's Diddy folks. Diddy paying $20 for these people to wear these T-shirts. $20 an hour to wear a
Yeah.
free Diddy T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure is. Free Diddy t-shirt.
Guess who was in court this morning?
Who?
The lady who got shot in the face.
Oh,
Yes,
she
ma'am.
did. She always said she'll testify no
Yeah.
matter what.
She
Where?
was in the court this morning listening to everything, and she said for her, because she had been through so much with him, thinking that he was going to get prosecuted for her face, and
Right.
then all of a sudden, people that were supposed to be her friend, who was right there with her, they went there together to the club, act like they didn't know what happened. They ain't seen nothing. She said, that's
No.
why I'm not friends with them no more, because all of a sudden he done got to them and they won't tell the truth.
Mm-mm. No, they ain't gonna tell the truth because
Mm-mm.
they are afraid.
Mm-hmm.
They
So
are.
she said she just gonna wait and see. When they say convicted, that's when she gonna celebrate.
Right. Right. Let me say, in Petitious, thank you for being in here. Happy Wednesday to you. I was struggling trying to remember what the day was when I first woke up. Divine, thank you for being here. Oh, thank you guys. We had a wonderful time yesterday. It was like, whoa. And but I'm trying to find who's live where I can just pull up on a news outlet. You know how Justice, I have to do it the way my husband showed me how to do it because
Yeah, yeah.
otherwise it starts spinning and then somebody can mess with it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Um, and I try to do it a certain way, but it's not letting me do it that way. So let me go back to the drawing house. But yesterday we had Cassie's mom that testified on the stand. She
Yes.
didn't just testify; she had witnesses. I'm not
She had
witnesses,
evidence.
receipts.
That's right. She had the receipts, the pictures.
Mm-hmm. She wasn't playing around with them
Wasn't
folks.
playing at all. Mm-mm.
Mm. So I was glad of that. I was I'm just excited, period. I'm just excited, period.
I hope the feds take everything he got. He
I
didn't
do too.
hire this man to try to show him how to stop them from taking everything. But baby, when they convict you, you gonna
Mm-hmm.
give up them houses, the land. They already done froze bank accounts. He only had 53 million in liquid assets. That means cash that he had access to, and he paying out all this money. T-shirts, lawyers making $1 million a week and all this here. Then he just hired this new guy. That money is going fast. So now I forgot to tell you, he done made some coins like the orange man trying to sell them. Diddy
Uh-huh.
coins. Diddy coins. He trying to make money.
Oh my Lord.
Yes, ma'am. He done made some Diddy coins, trying to sell them to people. Got his folks out there trying to sell them so that
Uh-huh.
he can make more money because he ain't got no more liquid money, but the money he have, everything else is frozen.
And then you know the attorneys are not cheap.
Yeah,
You really gonna have to pay them. They
yeah.
ain't playing with you.
They ain't
You gonna
playing. If
pay
they
them
see
or
that
they're
money
gonna be
running
gone.
out, they gonna drop that case like a hot potato.
Right. Because they already probably feel what's going on that you may not make it out of here.
Yeah, them told. And the state had offered him 15 years. He turned down 15 years.
What?
Yep, that's how much they offered him. That was the deal. That's the plea deal. If you want it, we'll give you 15 years. He turned it down. No, I'm fighting. I'm fighting. Okay, brother,
You
fight
want
on.
an act of food.
Yeah,
That's
now you're
right.
going to probably wind up with life.
Right. You know what? That's that
Yeah,
narcissist
yeah.
ego that you got.
Narcissistic attitude. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Updated 5 minutes ago. Let me see. I'm trying to oh, okay, here it is. I got it. I got one of them. It's gonna tell us what just happened. And this is wait now. No, not that one. No, I thought it. This. I'm trying to. I'm trying to get one that. You know, I go through major media.
Mm-hmm.
News. I don't fool with getting stuff from bloggers and content creators. You never know. One day they may like you, and the next day they strap you.
Well, one of the owners inside of TMZ, I found out, is friends with one of Diddy's attorneys. They partners and stuff. So that's why they quick to tell, oh, Cassie told a lie. Dunn told a lie. Oh, they did this. Because they buddy who owned the place is friends with one of Diddy lawyers. So they have to help slant things to his favor.
Okay.
But it ain't gonna work. It ain't working.
It don't work. I'm just waiting till this thing finish downloading. Then we're gonna watch this while I find others too. Let me just get it up. It's just taking a while to download. This is something my husband was showing me to do. It's just taking a while. Well, it takes a while. We can that's going to be taking a little while. So while that's doing what it's due, we're going to disturb it. I'm going to go ahead and put this here on while that do what it do. Let me, Divine says, hello, beautiful women, Linda Gowan, Patricia PK, Joe, Terry Matthews, Sharon, and Sharon Howard. Okay. Hello, Pink Global. Thank you. PK. He may possibly get a year, but every year of other pain. It is true for everybody you put in pain. You may get it. Hi, Miss Missy. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Missy. How you doing?
Let me see what PK said. He's a monster and needs to be put under the jail. Just think, he has daughters. Ooh, Lord. Speak those words. Ooh, Lord. You are right about that. Let me just see how this thing finished up what it was doing. Let me just go back and check and see. Let me go back. I'll go back where I come from. Okay, I think this is it. Okay, let me just pause it for a moment until I can get it where you all can see it. I have to pause it. Okay. Ooh, Lord. Oh, let me take this down. Sounds like somebody is in the I can hear somebody in there. Maybe they're cooking. This is with CBS News, guys. Okay, and CBS News. And then we're gonna be watching this until I can get it.
And the judge in Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial is expected to decide this morning whether to throw out a portion of last week's testimony. It concerns a witness who was called after Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie.
Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Ventura finished testifying on Friday. CBS News legal contributor Caroline Police joins us now in New York with more on this. Caroline, good to see you. So explain what testimony may be thrown out and why.
Yeah, Chanel, it's looking more and more like that testimony will not be thrown out. Obviously, last week was all about the star witness, Cassie Ventura, star victim, I should say. She's victim number one in that government indictment. But the testimony from Dawn Richard was meant to corroborate some of Cassie's abuse. And part of that corroboration was an incident that she testified about when Diddy actually, she alleged, hit Cassie with a skillet. She was making eggs. He got, enraged and hit her with a skillet. Now, she also testified that thereafter, Diddy told her that people who spoke about these types of things tend to disappear, and that she took that as a threat on her life. The defense attorneys, rightfully so, objected to a lot of this testimony, saying much of it was hearsay. In trials, there are very strict rules of evidence. The judge is concerned that a lot of these now corroborating witnesses may be veering into hearsay gossip. You only want witnesses to testify, and they're only allowed to testify to things that they directly saw or heard. So that's part of this objection, as well as this statement that Diddy apparently made to her. We're already seeing the defense today really try to get into those inconsistencies in Richard's testimony about whether did she actually witness this abuse, or did she just see perhaps the aftermath of it. So that's kind of the issue here. The issue is the scope of the testimony. It does seem that the judge is going to allow that testimony to stand on Friday, but going into more of this testimony today, there may be a sort of a tighter scope around what they can testify to.
Yeah, and I wonder, because you mentioned this, Cassie finishing her days-long stretch of emotional testimony last week, and how will her testimony then impact how the case moves forward?
Yeah, she was a very credible witness, I do have to say, obviously testified to years of abuse. The defense is already acknowledging that this was a domestic violence relationship. The question is, can the prosecution prove that this was sex trafficking, that this was a RICO conspiracy? So you'll see witnesses this week like Cassie's mother, her best friend of over 17 years, corroborating this information about the abuse. Now, the defense is saying, all right, there were instances of abuse, but how is that relevant necessarily to force, fraud, or coercion relating to sex trafficking? So that's kind of what the argument is here. The defense is saying these are just bad acts witnesses. We call them bad acts witnesses because traditionally that type of testimony is not allowed in trials when that specific conduct isn't being charged. He's not being charged with domestic violence or assault in this case. So that will be an issue coming up. But I think it's all about corroboration this week.
Yeah, that's an interesting point to make. And Caroline, also want to ask just about next steps. Are there any other key witnesses that you'll be expecting to hear from?
Yeah, certainly. Remember, there are other victims in this case. There are other co-conspirators in this case that haven't been charged. So we're expected to hear from personal assistants and chefs, things like that, to Diddy, and whether or not they are sort of victims as well as co-conspirators. That'll be maybe a fine line to draw, but certainly with information about drug use. Remember, we heard about that potential arson, obstruction of justice. Remember, those are more of the elements involved in this racketeering conspiracy that the government really hasn't gotten on the table yet, and I would expect we would hear this week.
All right, Caroline Polisi, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I'll just go ahead and let that play. Yeah. No, I'll go ahead and take that and remove that down. Okay. Ooh, justice.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Oh, we didn't have an earful today.
Yeah, but we're getting ready to, I'm gonna put this here up because this is something I want to put up while we was watching it.
Yeah, you come back tonight. I'm gonna try to get the information on what this guy said, Mr. KAPLAND.
Oh, I'm gonna try to find out what he said to do
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna try to find that right now. Okay, let me pull this up. And
I don't know what time he testifying today, though, Pinkie. You know, I don't know what time he testifying because him and Kid Curry gonna testify.
I don't know either, because they got this here down. Kid Cudi I don't know whether Kid Cudi testified already.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
but we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
I know the guy Hayes yesterday. He finished. I think he spoke and came in this morning and finished up his testimony. Was it May 20th? Testifying yesterday. So he should have been finishing up his testimony. And then the psychologist, I think the psychologist already testified.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the special agent concludes testimony. The psychologist to take the stand. I don't know whether the special agent or anything, but we're getting ready to find out. But right now, right here, we'll say the clinical psychologist takes the stand in Sean Diddy's home, SEX trafficking trial. Girl, when they know it, look, they got an R. Kelly here.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. I wonder why they got an R. Kelly picture right here. It seems just like Diddy's, the Diddler's case. But instead, I think the Diddler's case is even worse. Now, if this man is in jail for all these years, Diddy, you better hope they put y'all in the same place so y'all can sing together for the prison.
Yeah, sing in all kind of ways.
Let me do a concert for him. For the prison inmates. And put your tin cup down and say, y'all better donate.
Get back together.
They have to have a hat because they'll be donated. They don't have money. Common service. You better put me a donut down up in there. You better put me a honey bun in there, some Skittles, some deodorant,
Go ahead.
roll of toilet paper to come to my concert. Yeah. They be in there exchanging common service items. That's the way of paying for them to sing for them, to do a concert for them. The trial news. This is Diddy's trial news for this is actually today. This is updated May 21st at 2025 at 2:15 p.m. So it's 1:25 my time. So this 1:25. So this just happened a few minutes ago. This update. Okay. So it says Sean Diddy Combs. I can't stop looking at that over on the other side, on the left side. Him in his prison uniform in court. Oh my Lord. But anyway, that's R. Kelly guy. Psychology expert testifying in Diddy's trial previously took the stand in R. Kelly's case. Oh my God. So the same expert took the stand in his trial and he got convicted. Because this man must know his stuff. Damn, he ain't no zoo doctor. But anyway, on May 12th in New York.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Diddy's indictment was unsealed in September 2024. Charged the rapper with multiple counts of racketeering, conspiracy, SEX trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and transporting for prostitution. The U.S. Attorney's Office called Cassie'S mother, Regina Quintero, and Diddy's former personal assistant to testify. Now, they started testifying on what's today? Her mom started testifying yesterday, which was Tuesday.
Yeah.
And she finishing up today, both of them. Even their personal assistant. That personal assistant was David James. Okay. And Sean Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie. And he never called her. He told people she was just an employee. That he can do pimp out. finished testifying Friday after 4 days on the stand. So we know she's done, but they trying to bring her back so they can
Yeah.
get a new trial because they know she's ready to drop any minute.
Yeah.
I bet you closer because she's supposed to be having the baby the end of this month, right? I
Yeah.
bet you closer to the end of the month, they're going to be trying to get her back, but the judge ain't having it because this is a younger judge, so he understands what you're trying to do. You can't pull that stuff over on these young folks like that. Okay, so two male escorts, Daniel Phillips and the Punisher, Sheree Hayes, have also been called to testify in Diddy's trial. The Punisher. Ooh, Lord, ain't.
You know why they call him the Punisher, right, Pinkie?
Yeah. Mhm. We showed his picture yesterday. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord. And Combs lawyers are Mark. All these people, I really don't want to know their names. Kenny, both are partners. What is girl? Whatever his name is. Celebrity lawyers, Mark. That's Mark Jericho. There is advising in an unofficial capacity. Yeah, he's running the show basically. They just the mouthpiece. No cameras are allowed in the courtroom during Sean Diddy's trial because this is a federal, so they don't allow stuff in the courtroom. Okay, so let's. I just want to show that part. So about that. Now, what I really want to do is find. I really want to do is find the. Let me go back.
Oh, Pinkie, I'm
That's
finna
what I'm
pick up
saying.
my baby, and I'm gonna come back if you still be on. If not, I'll meet
Okay,
you
you
here
go ahead
tonight.
and pick up the baby. Okay,
Okay.
bye-bye.
All
Thank
right.
you, Justice.
All right. I'm gonna find out whatever else I can before I get back.
Okay, all right. Go
Okay.
pick up the baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. Y'all say bye to Justice. She's going to pick up the baby. Thank God I'm being able to do my live today. Ooh, Lord, I look a hot mess. I need to put something on my face. Ooh, I need some lipstick on. I need something on. I realize I look a hot mess. Okay, but we ain't gonna worry about that hot mess. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and watch this. This is live outside the courtroom right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. Hopefully, we get something that we can chew on. Okay, this is live outside the courtroom right now. Okay. Oh, I got it paused. And I'm going to try to speed it up to where they are. But this is live right now, guys. And why you don't see the stuff on the outside of it is because is your dad home? Okay. You can pull up my door. Thank you, baby. Be safe, Justice. Enjoy your evening. Okay. So let's do a recap. This is outside the courthouse right now. Okay. And I'm going to try to see who all came into the courthouse. So we'll be flipping back and forth to this. Okay. David James, Combs' personal assistant. I'm reading the stuff over on the left-hand side in the blue box. Let me try to enlarge it. This is live right now. So I just enlarged it. This is David James Combs' personal assistant will take the witness stand for the second day because he started yesterday. Okay. Combs faces 5 criminal counts, including 2 counts of sex trafficking by force. And then later today, Cassie's mother took this mother take the stand. So later on today, her mother's going to take the stand and finish up her testimony from yesterday. I hope I haven't missed it. Okay, but this is live showing. Let me try to speed it up and see, because I had it paused for a little while, so I did speed it up just a little.
This is still the Diddy trial. 7 more weeks.
Can y'all hear that? It's not muted. You can barely hear somebody talking. Let me hear. I'm going to do something just to check the volume. Yeah, you can hear because I can hear it on mine. Welcome. Okay. Now, James testified he and Diddy security guard had a run-in with Suge Knight at a dinner. Ooh, I did not know that. James said they went back to get Diddy. He took along 3 handguns, but didn't see Suge at the dinner. I'm going to speed it up a little more because remember this is live and I paused it for a little bit while we was talking. So I don't think this is the other side of the courthouse, because the other side has the steps where you go up the front of it. And this, I guess, this may be the back of the courthouse. Yeah, because it's not as pretty. But this is where everybody is set up at. This is where all the news media is set up. I hope he's there to give us an update. And we don't want to miss what's going on. But I hope we get an update. So while they do that, I'm going to bring y'all up to date on some things that happened yesterday. Okay? And I'll be until he starts talking or somebody starts talking. Let me bring this up for you. On this list that we got here, I can still see it. So if they start talking, I don't have it muted at all. We would know. But anyway, on this list so far, this list that they put out last week on, I think it was Tuesday. No, on Wednesday. They put this out last week on Wednesday. They had a list of 4 first. On Tuesday, they just had West, Cassie, Michael B. Jordan, and Mike Myers. And then the following day, they had 12 people on that list. And so far, on this list that have testified is Cassie. Kid Cudi is expected to testify today, later this evening. Okay? And let me see. Hello, TNT. Thank you for being here. You're speaking to everybody. Everybody, TNT is speaking to everybody in the P-Town. And happy to see that you're here. This is day 8 of the Diddy SEX trafficking trial. Okay? Day 8. And we got Kid Cudi that's supposed to testify today. Later on, they said after the lunch hour. So sometime today, Kid Cudi is supposed to be taking a stand. Now, and then who else is supposed to be? Don Richard took the stand for 2 days. Yesterday was her last day on the stand yesterday morning. So she's done. And I'm not sure whether they will call her back or not, but Dawn already took the stand. Cassie already took the stand and completed her testimony as well as Dawn. But Dawn, they questioned Dawn's testimony because it wasn't consistent. And what she was saying, and even some of the experts already say, sometimes you don't remember everything at that time. Your mind protects you, in my idea, it protects you so you can move on with your life. But then when something, a big event or something happens in your life, like having kids or you finally got married and things like that, something big, it'll start bringing those things back up in you start replaying that in your head. It'll be like somebody just turned on the TV and you say to yourself, I never thought about that in years. That did happen to me, but I can't remember. I had forgot all about it. And grown people and attorneys, they know that happens to people. What they try to do is pretend like that don't happen. They just lying. So I'm still waiting. We're still waiting on Kid Cudi today. I'm not sure when Michael B. Jordan would testify. I just can't wait to hear what he got to say in Audrey O'Day. I think those are my most two can't wait to hear. Audrey O'Day, Kid Cudi. I really want to hear what Michael Myers got to say. And then, Lord, I know when Kanye West got on the stand, they better give him the whole day. They better just take the whole day out for Mr. West, because Mr. West is going to go off on these tangents, and you ain't going to be able to shut him down. They're going to have to hold him in contempt, because he ain't going to be able, you won't be able to shut him down. Y'all know that. Let me pull this down so you can see what else is happening outside the courthouse. They say this is the 7th day. Yeah. Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. Never been this sleepy. No. I have been this sleepy. I have been this sleepy. Take that back. Okay. This happened 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago today? Just 1 hour ago, Diddy on the trial, the prosecution kind of blew it. They did. I want to see. I definitely want to see. If anybody blew something, I want to see. Okay, this just happened 1 hour ago. And this is what one of my favorite sources here. Law&Crime Network. You know I love this. Okay, soon as I get through, okay, let me see, have it finished downloading. Okay, here it is. It just happened. It just happened. Let me, I got to, I'm going to drop that, guys, and go into, let me see. It seems so far that it is something suppressed that is going to come up to tie the case to S trafficking. You're right. And I think they've already been doing a good job, because that when you take somebody across state lines or from another state or another country to engage in that act. And Cassie been doing that for a while, and they've been flying in people, and that's been happening. So, wait, I see why it's not letting me do it. I still got it on the other thing. Okay. Guys, this is Law&Crime. Okay, and this just happened 1 hour ago. So what I'm going to do, put it over to the side and bring it on up. And let me drop my link just in case if anybody want to come up, because okay. Now let me go ahead. If anybody got anything they want to say, you don't have to stay. You can come up and say your piece of what you think or how you feel, and then you can always drop back down, or I can drop you down. Now I'm going to start it from the beginning.
With no cameras, Matthew is...
This is 1 hour ago. This happened.
There have already been a ton of moments in the trial of Sean Diddy Combs, but you know who has not missed one bit? Matthew Russell Lee, the guy who posts real-time updates from court.
We watched him yesterday. I had him on yesterday. I read some of his stuff to y'all, and I think I had a little. Yeah, we did watch a video from him. He's at the courthouse every day, give you live updates. And we're going to see what he got today.
As inner city press, you probably have been following his posts. In a trial with no cameras, Matthew is there. So not only do we want to know what it's like to be one of the main sources of up-to-date information on the case, but who better to get some insight on the trial, the evidence, and who may be winning. That's why we're going to bring on the man himself. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Hey everybody, this is another Law&Crime legal alert. If you received Depo-Provera birth control shots and were later diagnosed with a brain or spinal tumor called meningioma, you may be eligible for a lawsuit. That's right, Morgan & Morgan is investigating claims that patients weren't properly warned about this risk. It's free to check, takes just a few minutes, and you don't pay unless they win. So scan the QR code on screen, click the link below, or head over to forthepeople.com/LCDepo to see if you qualify. Now, it's no secret we have been covering every aspect of Sean Diddy Combs' racketeering, sex trafficking, prostitution trial, that Combs, allegedly ran this criminal enterprise that engaged in crimes for years. Prosecutors say that he used his business and associates to commit crimes, covered them up, that those underlying predicate acts or crimes as part of racketeering include kidnapping, drug distribution, arson, bribery, forced labor, sex trafficking. And by the way, speaking of sex trafficking, he's also facing charges there, allegations that Combs used lies and drugs and threats and violence to force and coerce victims alleged victims like Cassandra Ventura Fine and others into sex acts against their will. So from jury selection to opening statements to the testimony of Cassie to an alleged male performer who purportedly participated in freak-offs with Combs and Cassie to a former friend to a former Combs band member to a former assistant to a security guard, we have been bringing you daily updates for this trial. But the problem is there are no cameras in that courtroom. There is no audio equipment in that courtroom. So we have been doing our best to try to relay to you as much detail as possible. And one of the reasons that we've been able to do that is because of our next guest. There is somebody who has not only been in that courtroom every day, but who live tweets, live posts on X in real time as the trial progresses, each moment, somebody that we have definitely looked to for quick updates on this case. This guy is a legend. I'm talking about Matthew Russell Lee, but you may know him from his account, Inner City Press. Seriously, check him out on X. Has over 350,000 followers. What a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming here on Sidebar, and thank you so much for the work that you've been doing day in and day out.
Thanks a lot. I'm glad to be on. It's really fun. I cover a lot of different cases, but everyone, this case is like extremely hype. But then in the middle of it, I went upstairs to another RICO case where there are 27 defendants. All of the family members are in the courtroom, but there's no press at all.
Right.
And these people are facing, two of them face death penalty. sort of it's a tale of two legal systems.
Yeah, and to be clear, you cover a ton of different federal trials, and it's one of the reasons you have this particular access to the Diddy trial and actually the ability to transcribe what's happening. By the way, your notes, phenomenal, because I actually match your notes up to the transcript that we get at the end of the day. It's almost verbatim. So, you know, I don't know if you realize this, but you are somebody who not only knows the ins and outs of this case, but one of the reasons I'm so happy to have you to talk about this, but so many people are relying on you for updates in this case. Your posts, your X tweets, whatever you want to call them, posts, I don't even know. They are reprinted and are republished on social media constantly. What is it like just for you to be at the center of this where so many people are relying on you?
It is. It's a bit strange. I'll say that it's. And the thing about social media is that you have media takes it. So I've seen publications just print threads as their own article, and that's fine. You also have
something. Inner City Press. I love this guy. He yesterday I was watching. I had him up. His thread going on X the whole time I was live yesterday. And yes, I did. And I should have read some of those, but I think today we're going to read some of those threads because he is on the money. He is good. Here we go.
As you may have known, like online, everyone's voice is equal. There are Diddy supporters; they do exist. I'll just give you an example what it's been like. It's fun. When the trial is going on, everything's out of my mind, and I really enjoy it because although it's word to word, you do try to capture like some things grab you more than others, or some ways that things are phrased just seem strange, and it seems very important to really nail it down. Like I feel like it's not. I'm not saying it's an art form. It's a matter of transcription, but also there are things where you can tell how people are going to take it. But the great thing about it is that you don't editorialize. But for example, one aspect of this has been that because of the way social media is, there's been a few spoofers, right? Somebody said like, you know, that Prince had made an appearance, or Nicki Minaj. I don't know if you followed this, but I've gotten a lot of people have asked me to clarify it. So I've clarified it. Over the weekend, I did like an ebook just to say like, these are my tweets. So this is what I'm saying was said in the court, not what somebody with AI or something else did. But even in that, there are people that demand, I think it's a serious case. These are serious charges. But it's also a media circus, right? So I try to cover it not with a light touch, but you can't, you know, there is a defense too. You know, there's a defense going on. There was yesterday, Nicole Westmoreland did a really kind of, if I can say it on your airwaves, a kick cross-examination of Don Richard. And I think you have to just say like, that was good. But people that are extremely committed or mostly work in the domestic violence or sexual abuse space, they don't want to hear anything good about the defense strategy. And they think that you're being sort of dismissive or amoral. So I'm not trying to give a negative thing. It's very fun. I've really enjoyed it. And the thing there's every media in the world is there. And there was a push to try to get access to the videos, the freak-off videos. I put in a filing into the docket to say just that the lawyers' arguments, which are not going into the docket, should be put in the docket. And yesterday, Judge Subramanian said that they will go in, but on a week delay.
By the way, just to be clear, and as somebody who covered the Johnny Depp trial for 6 weeks and also has been covering the Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds case, or the Harvey Weinstein trial, I was there for that. You know, people go into these cases with, and I'm not blaming them, not judging them. They already go in with preconceived notions. They have a side. They don't want to hear what the other side is. And unfortunately, that's our job, is to present both sides. And, you know, that's what the point of a trial is. But you mentioned the freak-off tapes, or these alleged freak-off tapes. Just to be clear and set the record straight, has anybody in that courtroom, including the jury, seen actual footage of sex tapes?
They're definitely, yes. But no one else except the jury. There was a whole fight about this. And there's a media coalition, right? They have this, it's like Davis, Wright, and Tremaine. They didn't really fight much more. They put in a single filing saying there's a constitutional right to see evidence in trial, which I agree with. They then proposed that there be pool reporters. This was also shot down by the judge, citing the Ghislaine Maxwell case. So basically, the jurors will have a screen and headphones, and that's it. No one else can see it. No, I mean, I think personally, I'll say this. I use the word allegedly a lot. I'm pretty sure the tapes exist. In the sense that I don't even think that the defense is saying that there weren't, multiple partner sex events. that were filmed. I don't think that's part of their defense. The question is whether it was consensual or whether, even if it was somehow abusive, if it really makes it out a racketeering case. So I was sort of asked, do I want to join into like unseal the freak off tapes? And I'm not sure what people would do with it. I mean, credible media probably wouldn't show porn, like violent porn, or I don't know, who knows if it's violent. I haven't seen it. It might be important though, because it might be important for someone, whether it's a pool reporter or not, to see it, because the question becomes, their defense is basically going to be, yes, he has a freaky sex life. Yes, he has threesomes. Yes, he films things. Yes, he pays escorts to come in and have sex with his girlfriend. But is that racketeering? That's their defense. And I think in a way, the way the jurors may vote may depend on how they view not just the idea that there's a tape of a threesome being shown to them in a federal court, but like, how does it seem? What are the right? And which ones do they choose? Because it sounds like there was some violence in some of them, at least.
So look, I think from a legal point of view, there is clearly a value for the jury to see it, because does it corroborate what Cassandra Ventura and let's say Daniel Phillip were saying about what was happening in behind closed doors, and whether or not Sean Combs was directing these events? It's one thing for somebody to testify to it. It's another thing to actually hear it on video, if that's what the videos actually show. I am concerned, of course, about it getting out and what people might do with it. I think that's a legitimate, real concern. But when you talk about the jury in general, seeing those tapes, seeing the evidence, can you glean anything from their reactions? I mean, how are they reacting to this?
I think people overdo it. I want to see, I've seen a lot of, and I don't mean to, and I understand why. There's a lot of airspace to fill up. I don't know how much we can read into it. I mean, if somebody said, like, if somebody vomited while watching it, I would report that. But I think that sometimes we can cut the cheese too fine in terms of how reading the facial expressions of jurors. I mean, let's just step back for a moment. The SDNY prosecutors, and I think federal prosecutors in general, have about a 95% batting average. So I'm not saying what's going to happen here, but I think it would be shocking if he were found not guilty on all charges. Maybe one, maybe two. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just saying, if you look at the percentage. So people are going to be looking at the eyes and say they didn't seem shocked enough. There was jury selection. People, covered it and they thought it was fun. When you got to hear in court somebody say, I get my news from TikTok. And there were a number of, like, one lady who worked for HBO. There were people who covered that kind of stuff. I zeroed in on a particular juror. I don't know why, but except that the person said that he worked at the United Nations. So I used to cover the United Nations very closely. And then he said he worked in the United Nations counterterrorism office, but he didn't ever deal with U.S. law enforcement. And having been there, I know that's not true. I know that the U.S. they have meetings, like people go from HSI. It happens. So I'm not angry at this. What I found, this is what I want to sort of give this flavor. I thought it was interesting to report on this. I figured out more about the guy, but I said I won't report it because you're not supposed to. This is an anonymous jury, et cetera. At the same time, the public has a right to know how the juror is selected to judge Sean Combs. So the judge yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, said very, very kind of archly, no one better be outing these jurors. That's certainly not my goal, but it seems to me, this is why I'm roundabout coming back to you. People wanted to be on this jury. Like, I cover a lot of jury selections and a lot of trials, and you usually have people not trying to get on the plane. You usually have people saying, I have a vacation planned, and the judge says, you're going to have to cancel it. Or I have to pick up my kid at 5, and he says, well, if we off at 3, can't you do it? This was entirely different. You had people downplaying what they knew about the case. I'm not sure why. I don't know if people think they can write a book about it. Maybe it's interesting. The UN guy, I can't figure out his motives. Maybe he thinks he's going to be paid and it's more interesting than these interminable meetings inside the UN. It's a jury that's predisposed to be interested in this. And whether it's because they want to convict or whether it's because they might want to acquit, I don't know. And I don't know what kind of a person would want to acquit. But I meet them online, but I don't think they made it onto the jury.
Well, this is one of the most high-profile trials, impactful criminal trials I've seen in quite some time. Again, going circle back to Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. I mean, that jury was glued to everything that was happening in that case, and they couldn't ignore just how massive of a case that was. So let me ask you this. As somebody who goes in and day out, you've been seeing the evidence, you've been hearing what the prosecution's been doing. Does their case make sense to you? Every day as you listen to the testimony, do you say, okay, I see how that helps prove racketeering. I see how that helps prove the transportation to engage in prostitution. Oh, I see how that helps prove sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Or are there parts of it you say, I can't quite understand. It feels a little disjointed. I'm curious.
Devon, I am glad you asked that question because I've been saying this throughout the trial. I tend to mention it and I bring up my little, let me show you. My little, what is it? I must have took it down. Oh, here it is, right here. I bring this up. Consent or coercion, okay? And you said it appears that some people are given substances. In my mind, if you're given something all the time, and remember, these lasted for hours and days, and they keep you on this, you don't know what you're doing. You can't consent to anything. And then to me, everything is coercion because she's doing it under fear of threat, harm, under the influence of drugs and alcohol, everything. She's fearing for her life. See, it's at the bottom, it says using force or threats. She knows. Even many people, the workers, the ex-workers have said, sometimes you'll take her out the room, or pull her out the room, or she go to, if she don't do something right, or if it's not right. It's this man, and she's been with him since she was 19. Impressionable child to me, very impressionable child. And he's a person of authority. He was her boss. He's the one that she signed a contract with to get her to be a big singer and all this sort of stuff. So he was using his position to do things. Of course, do they necessarily have control over their own actions? I don't think they do. I don't think she did. She didn't have control, to me, over anything. And, like you said, that is a great question. I'm glad she brought that question out. And then you said, I apologize for any typo, multitasking. Don't worry about it. I understand exactly what you're saying. Yes, I did. Thanks, appreciate it, Pinkie, agree. All the people involved probably were both, it appears. Yeah, because they had to do it too. You have to remember, he's applied it for all of them. Everybody. Ooh, yeah.
Because let me tell you, as an attorney, when I explain the elements of these crimes, it is very, very complicated. And I'm curious, talking about the jury, if they're going to be following it. I think a big part of this all comes down to closing arguments, how it's ultimately crystallized and summarized for the jury. But are you following it? Does it make sense to you, the prosecution's case so far?
I have in my head the people that are like, how can you say this? But I personally, I think this is it's a unique racketeering, sex trafficking prosecution, in the sense that, just as an example, I covered one where basically like a crack gang took runaways from New Jersey that were 15 years old and sold them as prostitutes on Long Island. They came from New Jersey, they sold them on Long Island. It was definitely by force. When people tried to leave, they were beaten up. There were people flashing guns. Here, I feel, he's a terrible boss. You heard, yesterday there was the personal assistant who worked 20 hours a day and was told this is Diddy's world. And so there's grist for the people that want to say that it's kind of overcharged, or at least the conventional ways in which these statutes are used are not a natural fit to a kind of thuggish music, megalomaniac, and worse. Of course, I don't know what adjectives I should use, he's terrible. But it's not surprising to me that there are people that say, wait a second, she could have left. And of course, then there's a bunch of expert opinions saying why people don't leave. And that's a whole other kettle of fish. But whether that can turn some of these things into sort of the conventional view of what, it's like sex trafficking. If an escort is paid to fly, if an escort Jules that they wanted to see is paid to fly from New York to Los Angeles, is he being sex trafficked? Or is he just plying his trade, whatever it is? I didn't know that these trades were even legal, right? There's a service, Cowboys for Angels. I didn't know that you could just hire a male prostitute online, but apparently anything goes. So that's what I mean. Is I could see some jurors saying, wait a second. And I don't think they're bad people to wonder. It's one thing to sort of blame the victim. And it's another thing to say, like, is this the coercion that's needed under the statute? And I think it's a lot's going to come down to that.
These are fair, legitimate questions that the jury should have when they go into deliberations. They should be thinking about this. But it seems to me from what you said and from what I've been seeing based on your reporting and other reporting, the prosecution may have a more straightforward path to convict him of transportation to engage in prostitution, where necessarily you're transporting alleged sex workers and alleged victims for purposes of prostitution. Does that seem like at this point in the trial? And by the way, for anybody who knows, we're recording right now on Tuesday morning. Does it seem like they might have the good?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That seems to be actually what the thing was. There's no, and the thing is, I wanted sort of, I'm sure you saw in the sort of pretrial back and forth. This is, I believe that statute, I'm a lawyer as well, but I believe it's called the Mann Act, right? The MAN, not man, not like man for sale, but it was the Mann Act. And one of the sharpest members of the defense team prior to the two Georgians coming on is a woman called Alexandra Shapiro. She's like an appellate specialist. She represents Sam Bankman-Fried on his appeal. And she wrote this kind of filing saying that the Mann Act is racist, saying that it was initially enacted for Jack Johnson, the boxer, for whom Miles Davis wrote a record. So I anticipate in closing, probably it'll be Agnifilo doing the closing. Maybe it should be Ryan Steele or Nicole Westmoreland. It's not for me to say, but I can imagine that argument being made. A jury can't throw a statute out, but I think they're going to try to, I agree that that's a very strong, it seems like a slam dunk count. But if you can get somebody on the jury saying, wait a second, this was like a black superstar and you're trying to like take him down by using an old statute they used against Jack Johnson, it only takes one, you know? I think they were trying to say in their opening statement, he paid for these people for their time and experience and not necessarily prostitution, which I'm sorry, that feels a little bit like a stretch to me, but it's a tough charge. You look, I think we can both agree a lot of this comes down to Cassandra Ventura Fine and her testimony and what the jury makes of it. From watching all of it and the cross-examination, she was on the stand for several days, a lot of evidence, a lot of messages. Does it seem to you that it favors more her as an alleged victim or a willing participant? What did you make of her testimony at the end of the day? I think you can be both. Yeah, I think you can be both. I think there's no question that they showed with the text messages that for much of it, she was not only a participant, she was the organizer. She was the one making the calls and buying the supplies. I think she was a very compelling witness. I think her sort of, and I'm not saying that she chose that approach, but she was very factual. A few times she got emotional, but it was really depressing what she was saying. She wasn't proud to be saying it. I don't think they were able to make people feel that she was in it for the money. She's already gotten paid. I mean, I think that also makes a big difference. Like, what's in it for her? Other than you could say she's being vindictive, but I think she was a very compelling witness. Now, this is, again, just looking at it as a battle. I don't think their approach to cross-examining her was the best one. I've seen the Ana Maria Estevao in other cases. She's a good lawyer, but the approach was too scattershot and reading text messages. I honestly think if they'd gone with this Nicole Westmoreland approach that they took to Don Richard, I don't know how it would have worked out. Because, with Don Richard, they basically said, as you saw, you're lying. You gave 8 versions of this. You're a liar. And they never came right. Maybe if they thought if they tried that with Cassie, it would just blow up in their face and she was very, very sympathetic. But I don't feel that they really tested it in the same way that they did with Don Richard. And I feel that might come back to bite them because at the end of those days, it's a pretty compelling story. And I think people can relate to it. They got into it. Yes, it did serve her career. You could say a lot of things about it, but once somebody's hitting you in the head and making you do freak-offs while you have a urinary tract infection, these are the details that I think are going to stick in people's mind. Because no matter what you say about consent, as she said, nobody wants to do that. That it speaks for itself. Like, these things were painful, and I don't think that they finished with all their evidence. I was really struck yesterday by the sort of routine violence. There were violent incidents that Cassie didn't speak about, even the whole thing with the egg and the frying pan. And Kerry Morgan came out with more incidents of being dragged down the hall 50 yards in some Jamaican resort. I think this is going to be a cumulative thing, and it's going to be very difficult for them to rebut. And they kind of lost their chance. The other big issue here is that they're pretty much not going to be able to call her back. Normally you could call a witness back, but because she's having the child, Judge Subramanian, he made an evidentiary ruling against the prosecution, but entirely premised on the fact we're not calling her back. So that was the big one. And I would say the defense kind of, if they wanted to really test that story, they should have taken a harsher approach, not harsher, but a more conventionally cross-examination approach.
Well, look, it was no surprise that they wanted her on the stand as quickly as possible. 8.5 months, 9 months pregnant. I mean, they're having trouble finding alleged victim number 3. If you lose alleged victim number 1, what are you talking about with the prosecution's case? Look, I think that they have established that Cassandra Ventura was physically abused. I think that with the video evidence, the photos, the testimony, the corroborating testimony of other witnesses, I think the jury can accept that there was physical abuse. Of course, it becomes the question, does it rise to sex trafficking? Does it rise to racketeering? Which brings me to David James. So I was waiting for the testimony of those who worked with Sean Combs. If you're going to be talking about a criminal enterprise, if you're going to be talking about him using his businesses and his resources and those who worked around him to further criminal activities, you got to have those people testify. And I think that's going to be what we see moving forward. What did you take away so far from his testimony? Because, you know, again, to have that inner circle is very interesting. Before
they start talking about that, Divine, on your question, I see it appears she was pleasing him with no way of doing other things in a toxic relationship. Yeah, that's what she said in the very beginning. She only wanted to do this just to please him. But then it got out of control. It got to a point where I don't mean this, and calling up all these people, strangers, and doing this and peeing in her mouth and making her do it when she's on a period and when she had infections going on from the mouth to her bottom part and everything. And you know, that's a little too much. No woman wants that. I don't care if you've been married to your husband for 50 years or even 30 years, 5 years, 2 years. Ain't no woman gonna, you don't do that. You all sore and you got an infection or down there or something or something is wrong with you. You're feeling sick or you're on your period. I say, you got to get out of my way. You got to go sit yourself down somewhere. And we as women have a right to say no, but she couldn't ever, never say no. No was out of the question. You say no, you get RAP. I'm going to RAP you again. He let her know who's boss. Yeah, that's why she was doing all those strange things that made no sense. But it made sense in his head because wasn't nobody coughing up this stuff out of their head but him. It appears to fear was attracted to some point. Yeah, fear. I think it was fear on all points. She just feared him even when she was out and they was at a Grammy or at a big Hollywood party and she's all glammed up. She still was afraid of him around all these people. She knows not to get out of line because if she get out of line, no matter where she is, even if they're out eating or anything, she knows what she's good for and what she's gonna get when she gets home. Yeah. Oh Lord, I tell you. Ooh.
Again, I think we're doing this Tuesday morning, so he hasn't finished yet on direct. I think here the prosecution kind of blew it. Like they had a certain amount of time. I mean, who knows? Maybe they can fix it today. But being a bad boss is not enough. Working 20 hours a day and being a megalomaniac is not a crime. I mean, I wouldn't want to work there. But I think that they
forced labor, no, right? They tried to.
I know that's all. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But these people, like his assistant and other people, didn't work just 20-hour days. They work 7 days a week, 20-hour days. You see what I'm saying? You didn't have no family life. You couldn't have nothing that's for you. And then you was only making $70,000 a year. He was paying minimum wage. Got these people working to the point of exhaustion and then anybody else would have told their boss, oh no, I'm not working 70-hour days, 7 days a week. You better find somebody else for $70,000. But they're afraid to say that to him. Everybody's afraid to say anything to the diddler. So you have to do what you're told. And probably by the time they lay down and take a nap or get ready to go to sleep, he on the phone, I need you. And what you gonna do? No, you can't do that. Only person allowed to say no to him was Cat Williams. You ain't gonna touch his virgin hole at all, no matter how much money you offer him and how many times you ask. And what's his name? The cute guy, Howard, Terrence Howard. You ain't gonna take his man card away just because you want me to show you how to act, some acting, take acting lessons with him, for me to come over and teach you some acting corners and all that. Terrence Howard realized by his assistant saying, or his agent saying, he just want to take your, you know what? Terrence Howard said, no. So you have to tell Diddy no in the very beginning. You can't wait to months and weeks down the line where he got you wrapped up and got all this evidence on you before he even do anything with you or get you in any compromising position or give you anything to eat or drink. You need to tell him no in the very beginning. No. Terrence Howard said no. You see? Cat Williams said no. And it was, who was the other person that said no to him? It was another person that said no to him in the very beginning. And they doing okay. But you have to set boundaries with him. You have to draw a line. I'm not going to cross over this line and you ain't coming over my line. You stay over there, I'm going to stay over here. Because if you don't say no to him, and whoever that person is that I know that said no to him, I'll try to remember who that person was and bring it up. Okay? But you got to say no to Diddy in the beginning. You can't say no 5 months down the line. Because he and I already got you in so many compromising positions by then. Denzel Washington said no to him once. Yeah, no. It was somebody that he was trying to get them to come to his parties. And they, thank you, Denzel Washington. But it was somebody else. He kept trying to get them to come to his parties. What's his name? Eminem. Eminem said no to him. Eminem, he would troll you for days just to mess with you. Eminem, when he talking about how to take you shopping. Eminem said, what? What the F did you say? Ninja. Oh Lord. And you see, he don't F with Eminem. He don't F with certain people. Because they already put it from the get-go. You got to establish no in the very beginning. You can't go down the line weeks and months later after being entangled with this guy in some way. And then think you're going to say no. Oh, no. You got to do it before he get any compromising picture, videos, before he even started spending his money on you, taking you shopping, feeding you, and getting you to work for him. You can't do nothing with him. When I say nothing, only thing you can do with him, say hi and back. If you see him somewhere and y'all end up in the same place, hi and back. Matter of fact, don't even say hi to him. Because if you say hi to him, a person like that, he'll take it as, oh, and I can wiggle my way in. Now, no, you can't. He knows Slim Shady do not roll like that. Oh, yeah, Slim Shady. Thank you to that. Slim Shady can stand the diddler, too. Because Slim Shady and Eminem are like this. They are like this. You come after Slim Shady, Eminem gonna come after you. You come after Eminem, Slim Shady gonna come after you. They got each other's back. Slim Shady don't fool with him. Don't fool with him. And he ain't going to none of the parties. You ain't gonna see Slim Shady at none of the parties because he don't need that party. When you got that money yourself and that power yourself, you don't need him. What you need him for? What can he do for you? Get you in a compromising position so he can keep blackmailing you, threatening your whole family, blow up your car when he get ready, give you pneumonia when he get ready.
If you followed the Larry Ray trial, it was a sex cult dad in Sarah Lawrence College. He literally made people forcibly go down and dig holes on a farm in North Carolina and put like tinfoil tourniquets around their sexual organs. This was forced labor. The idea of a guy that wanted to work in fashion being willing to work 20 hours a day, that's just called New York, or a certain kind of New York. In the Harvey Weinstein retrial, there was a guy that testified as his personal assistant saying he had 3 phones and 2 BlackBerries and would drive around with Harvey, basically handing him phones and him saying, you know, screw you or 500 million, you know. And so I think that they need to get this guy. It didn't have the flavor to me, at least yesterday, of this is a criminal enterprise. It felt like this is a kind of like megalomaniacal, I don't know what rap stars with their own record label, what the continuum of behavior is. But I feel like they were setting, that's the problem with these breaks in the trial days. If I was a juror at the end of yesterday, I would have gone home and said like, okay, he's or whatever, but they might have wanted to start with a bang. Like with Cassie, they start with a bang. It's like, here's the video of the hotel. You know, again, I can't do it for them. I'm sure that they're building up, and they have other people. They have a chef coming on that's going to be this Jordan Atkinson. I mean, they have a bunch of people. So I think to make it really racketeering, it feels to me like they're going to want to have the security guys. They're going to have guys that like had guns, that they alluded to them like grabbing the guns and going to find Suge Knight. Like that's good. That's having recently covered the trial of a local drill rapper called K-Flock. That's, you know, they focus very much on like the guys getting together in an apartment in the Bronx, grabbing the guns, you know, shooting, going 20 blocks away and shooting at people. With Combs, nobody knows what he did with Suge Knight. There's the burned car, but I think they should give me more of that, less BlackBerry, more gunplay, or more, you know, something.
No, I hear you. I hear it, because they basically have to convince the jury, persuade this jury that he is this leader of a criminal enterprise that was engaged in a pattern of criminal activity, including the systematic exploitation and abuse of women over a period of time. You know, we're still in the beginning stages. It's going to be an 8-week trial, but I hear your reservations and concerns with the prosecution's case. I did think James was interesting when he recounted this alleged conversation that he had with Cassandra Ventura, where she allegedly said, man, this lifestyle's crazy. He suggested, why don't you leave? And she says, I can't get out. She told him that Combs controlled her music career, paid for her apartment, gave her an allowance. That's also similar to testimony that we heard from another witness as well. Do you think that that has been articulated well? Because I know that the defense has said this is just a relationship built on jealousy and anger, and, you know, he was trying to help her career. But do you think the idea that she couldn't leave, she couldn't easily leave the grasp of Sean Combs, do you think that has been properly articulated?
I think that they're on much weaker ground when they say things like he didn't put my records out. Like, I don't mean to say sorry, too bad. It doesn't feel like coercion. You know what I mean? Like, baseball players can't just change teams when they want. And I don't want to be dismissive, but I think the looming threat of violence, it seems to me, it should be what they should be focused on. And at times they do. At times they say, like, she was only able to sort of flap her wings when she was in South Africa far away and he couldn't get to her physically. And that every time she tried to do anything, he bashed on the door with a hammer. Now you're getting into, why were you afraid to leave? Because even if you did leave, the guy's going to be at your door with a hammer. You know what I mean? But to say I couldn't leave because it would hurt my career, it's a shame. But I think there are many people in that situation, not just in the music industry, but like all over the place. But you shouldn't be in a situation where if you say no, they still go forward and do it. Or if you say I'm leaving, they bash on your door with a hammer.
I think the prosecution has an easy answer. You know why she couldn't leave? Exhibit A, 2016 tape. That's
exactly. No, I agree. And I think that they should be getting, I think that they err when they even, that's all they have to stick to. They don't have to get in. They're trying to get into these more subtle forms of control. And I can imagine one or more jurors, when they actually deliberate, saying like, wait a second, isn't this what they're trying to tell us is coercion? And then it's going to take some other juror to say like, let's just go back to the video. Again, you've covered these things. This hype is not going to, not hype, but this hoopla is not going to end for maybe by the 4th of July, as Judge Subramanian said, but it's going to be very interesting in deliberation to see like what exhibits they request. Oh, sure. Because then you try to read the tea leaves and how long they take. It's anybody's guess. But I think, honestly, if I were a juror trying to convince my fellow jurors to convict, I would just say, let's go back to that video, because you're absolutely right. Like, it speaks for itself. You don't have to be committing violence every day to coerce somebody. You have to just do it enough that it's in their head.
I also think one of the more concrete examples is the plane incident. So if you take the allegations as true, shows her a video of the freak off. She feels trapped. They land. He wants a freak off. He gets a freak off. Now, let me ask you about this, because I know your time is limited. I know you have to jump into court. His demeanor watching Sean Combs in court, what are we not seeing?
I mean, I think he's definitely, everyone was focused on like his hair's gone white and he's wearing sweaters. You know, I was going to say, actually, you've got on your Sean Combs uniform today, because he's wearing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's the comparison.
But I'm saying, like, it's a very I've seen a lot of, for example, the other rapper I'm talking about, local drill rapper K Flock, wore a suit. You can choose what the BOP gives you to wear, and he's chosen this look, which is very kind of, you know. It is, now that I've said that you're wearing it, I don't want to characterize it, but it's
all good.
I think that he's very, I mean, I'm always watching to see which of his lawyers he's actually having a real discussion with. And I think I'm starting to see, and maybe I'm looking for it, but that Brian Steele and Nicole Westmoreland, here's my prediction is that they're going to get, because it's a team of 9, right? So they're choosing, it's like a baseball team. You're like, who do I send in as a pinch hitter? And they did. They had Westmoreland as a pinch hitter. It was going to be Mark Agnifilo who's going to do the cross with Don Richard. And clearly, over the weekend, they decided, no, we're going to make a switch. We're bringing in the flame-throwing, left-handed reliever or whatever. And I wonder whether that decision was made by the team of 9 or by Combs himself. And I think that's the kind of, I'm less concerned of like, did he glare at Cassie or whatever? Like, he's not stupid. He's not going to be intimidating a witness. Or it's a very studied approach that he's taken. But it is interesting to see not just who he hugs and bumps fists with or does the hard thing to, but which lawyers he's actually like saying, what did that mean? And how can we get this witness? And I think you're going to see Georgia up, and sadly, the SDNY defense bar they're being challenged here. They're being taken to a new Georgia standard that I don't know if they can meet.
And I'll tell you what, we are going to follow it every step of the way with you, Matthew Russell Lee,
right.
Any Inner City Press. Hope everybody can check it out. Thank you so much again for coming on, and thank you so much again for the great work.
Totally. Love your show. It's really,
thanks, man.
Okay.
Guys, I wish I can get him on my channel. I really do. But anyway, we're going to follow some of his things on X, okay? It's called Inner City Press. And you're right, Divine, no compassion towards the witnesses. None at all. Okay. None at all. Now, Sidebar with Jesse is one of my favorites. I watch Sidebar with Jesse every day. I can watch about 4 and 5 of his videos a day. Literally, I do. I love Sidebar. And y'all can tell because I'm always pulling up stuff from Sidebar. Because like I said, I like Sidebar. I love it. And y'all can see Sidebar with Jesse down in my description box below my video. Once I finish, I'm going to put it below my video. I may just go ahead and do it while we're watching this. I want to, this is the agent that testified today. This is the agent. Remember, there was a special agent that they called today. And I had put it into, let me see. No, that's not it. I'm trying to find it. Okay, right here. Where it say 2 hours and 29 minutes ago. And this actually on here, it says 2 hours ago. Okay, with ABC News. And it says the special agent testifies on raid of Combs' Miami Beach home. And I want to hear what he has to say. So we're gonna listen to that. But I'm still waiting on Kid Cudi. That's who I really want to see what he has to say. Now, who all want to hear what he has to say? Put a 1 in the chat if you're waiting on Kid Cudi. If you're waiting on Kid Cudi, even if you're in the bushes, Just step out and put a 1 in that check if you're waiting on Kid Cudi, because I know I am. Okay, now what I'm going to do, this is the special agent testifying, okay? Okay, here we go. And it's saying this is 2 hours ago. I'm trying to get caught up because y'all got to remember, I overslept. I meant to get up earlier, but I didn't get up. But I got up at my normal time, around 11. It was a little after 11 when I got up. But I've been trying to get up early so I can catch everybody going into the courthouse. It's hard. It's hard. I'll try my best. Okay, here we go, guys.
A federal agent involved in the raid on Sean Diddy Combs' Miami home last year has now just finished testifying. Special Agent Gerard Gannon showed the jury items he testified were seized from Combs' Miami Beach home, including lubricant, lingerie, and loaded assault rifles. Meanwhile, rapper Kid Cudi, who reportedly dated Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura nearly 15 years ago, could testify tomorrow. Combs denies all the allegations against him. I want to bring in...
They said Kid Cudi's supposed to testify today. I guess you never know how long somebody's going to be on the witness stand. You know, I understand things get pushed back and people get pushed back. And I'm still praying that victim number 3, that they do find her. They're still looking for victim number 3. I pray that they find her because she's not answering any calls, texts, emails, no nothing. It's almost like she just vanished. Okay? And they ain't just got anybody looking for her. Okay? They got some high quality people looking for her. Not to do anything to her, just to bring her back safely so she can testify because she was subpoenaed. Okay, here we go.
ABC's Rena Roy, alongside ABC News contributor and criminal defense attorney Shauna Lloyd. They are live outside the courthouse. They're in downtown Manhattan. And Rena, I want to start with you. There's been so much revealed this week, in the last couple of days. What's happening in court right now? What are you watching for?
Yeah, definitely a lot to break down, Stephanie. The jury just saw another gun in this trial. It was also from that special agent that you mentioned who was just on the stand in the guest house of Diddy's Miami Beach property that you see right there in a suitcase. The jury also examined photos of ammunition and what the prosecutors called freak-off supplies, including baby oil, lubricant, and rubber ducks. He also testified that illicit drugs were found in a wooden box on a bathroom counter with a gold puffy label on it. So jurors are really getting an inside look here at what authorities say they seized from his home last year.
And different drugs as well, apparently. Shauna, what was the prosecution hoping to show with Special Agent Gannon's testimony and all of these items that were found in the home?
Well, Stephanie, what they were looking to show are the elements that they are saying speak to the RICO as well as the trafficking charge. We found the guns, we found those with labels scratched off, serial numbers scratched off. So that speaks to the illegality of the guns. We also have seen the drugs. Again, this is something else, illegal substances that were found in the home. We found other things, the baby oils. Those are also evidence of the freak-offs that he was allegedly forcing Cassie to participate in. So all of these are elements of the crimes that they're looking to prove.
Different elements, a lot of different elements revealed there. And Shanna, Kid Cudi is expected to testify this week. How could that testimony help prosecutors prove the racketeering and conspiracy charges?
Well, when we talk about the racketeering charge, we have to remember that it is a small group that has conspired to commit illegal acts. This arson is one of the acts that they are alleging was one of these illegal acts. So his testimony about what happened to his car after the threats that Sean Combs made about blowing it up are very significant because it ties him directly to that arson.
I see. And Rena, who else could we expect to hear from today?
Well, Stephanie, I can tell you that Dr. Dawn Hughes is now on the stand as of a couple of minutes ago. She is an expert in sex trauma, and she will likely talk about why Cassie Ventura stayed in a relationship that even the defense has admitted was violent, abusive, and toxic. And she'll also speak about why
Cassie may have initiated some of those sexual acts, and also the relationship between love and violence and how they are often part of the same abuse cycle.
And that testimony likely to answer many questions that they may have there in the courtroom. Rita Roy and Shauna Lloyd for us. Thank you both so much. And if you'd like more information on this trial, you can watch our new ABC News Live daily show called Burden of Proof, the case against Diddy, that is airing nightly at 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, guys. Oh, I'm glad we got to hear that. Okay, that's the and the special agent testified on the stand today. But seems like Kid Cudi may not be able to testify today, because I just heard them saying he may have to testify tomorrow. Everybody's been waiting and anticipating Kid Cudi coming on the stand today. We don't want to wait till tomorrow or another day. You know, we're ready to see Kid Cudi like now. Right now. I don't know. All these items at a party are questions, but they need to relate to it, to the case, okay, and validate with 2 or more accounts or written digital information, it appears. Yeah, you're right, Divine. You're right. You are so right. It may be safety reason. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I think victim number 3 was given, they should have, I'm not sure. Somebody said she was, they think she was in protected custody, but it seems like she wasn't, because she got the switcheroo on them. And, you know, it ain't like she was testifying. She was subpoenaed. Sorry, it may scheduled for safety reasons. Yeah, yeah. Maybe they found her, but they're not going to tell nobody when, because they want to do her like they did the guy today. Remember the guy? What was his name? Copeland, George Copeland. Nobody knew he was going to come into the courthouse, and he just came in with his attorney and everything, and they offered him the deal right there on the stand, immunity. And him and his attorney looked over it, and that we said, as a matter of fact, I want to pull up so we can see his. I want to see his. I want to see his testimony. Remember, this car was damaged in the past. His car, yeah, it was blown up by Diddy. Diddy told him he was going to do it, and he did. Well, he didn't do it, allegedly. Sent somebody over to take care of it for him. Okay? Let me bring up the let me get rid of this. Oh, Lord. There's that immunity deal. Here it is right here. I'm going to bring it up so you can see it just for a moment. Remember this when I brought it up? That Diddy's former employee takes the stand in the rapper's trial after getting immunity deal, and that happened right there in the courthouse. Right there in the courthouse. Right there in the courtroom. Yeah. And let me I got his picture, but let me just see. That's his picture. That's him. That's him right there. Let me do this here. I'm going to try to bring up him and see what they're saying about his testimony. Right, ended. Y'all see what they're showing right now. They're showing, oh, these are the high heels. Oh my God, George, these are the high heels, guys. Oh my God. The high heels. Judge shown the guns hidden in a shoebox found during the raid of Diddy's home. But this look like some shoes too in that box. Y'all see, let me pull this closer to me so I can see it. I got it on my other screen over here. Oh, those are high heels. Those are Diddy's high heels too. He got some in some shoe boxes, but he got his high heels in there. He got rope. See that rope, guys? What do you need for that type of rope? Is that to tie somebody up or to strangle somebody? So this was seized as evidence from the Miami home that Sean Combs owned. Oh my God. It's a photos of the evidence seized. Diddy's home in both Miami and Los Angeles was raided by Homeland Security on March 25th. And we all seen that of 2024. After that time, U.S. officials confirmed to Fox News Digital that the raid on Diddy's home was connected to a federal human trafficking investigation. On Wednesday, the prosecution in Diddy's trial introduced evidence of a gun hidden inside a shoebox. And we see that right now, that hidden in that shoebox. Also with all them high heels. Them some stripper, they look like some stripper shoes there. But anyway, the gun was found inside the disgraced music moguls home. Former HSI Grand Agent Gerald Gannon testifies. Also visible in the photo was a few boxes of platform high heels, lingerie, and toy handcuffs. Rope was visible in another box, and we see that. Oh my God, y'all see that? Oh, Lord of mine. Lord of mine. Lord of mine. Lord of mine. Oh, Lord, I got Lord of mine, Lord of mine. Oh, guys, I don't know what to say. I wonder when do he put those on? Do he put them on doing when certain people comes on over or what? I just don't know. Let me oh my God. I'm making a note of this so I can be able to pull this back up whenever I get at any time. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This is too much for me. Let me see what Divine said. I wonder if they had party tapes to access people's behavior or change in behaviors, especially after drinking anything to look for the character difference. Oh, let me just show you, say this here. Divine and everybody in the chat, that during one of his parties he had, they had this DJ that was passed out. and Diddy was doing the video, right? And he said, "This is what happens when you come to a Diddy's party." The man was sitting on the outdoors couch, patio furniture, right? And there was some other people sitting beside him, and this was a white guy, and he was turned over like this way, laying down with his face down on the couch, passed out. And Diddy told one of the people that's sitting on the couch, put the drink on his head, and he put it on the back of his head, just sat it there, and it just stayed there. And he said, "This is what happens when you come to a Diddy party. You pass, you get passed out or get the F knocked out. He knocks you out or something. Not meaning you get drinking and you pass out." And to me, when I saw that, I said, "I bet that man took something. Not took something. I bet something was slipped in his drink. Because for that man to be at a party and passed out like he is passed out like a goner. Like a goner. Yeah. So, let me see. The shoes could be triggering at events or during an event possible. Like when the shoes go on, so does the party dramatics. Yeah, it could be. You know what? You're right about that. Like, there's a certain time for certain things to happen in his party. His party got levels to it. And that's what I heard. It got levels. Okay? I don't mean levels up like that. I mean levels. Everybody at the party having fun right now. And then let me bring up this. Let me bring this up. You all would not believe this. Oh my God. I've been saying I wanted to show this. Oh my God, y'all better get everybody in the house. If I can find this, you better call all your friends, your neighbors, and everybody to get them into this house. Let me see, do I still have it? Can I bring it up? Oh my God. I don't know. Do y'all know who she is? Look at this face. Y'all know who this girl is. I'm going to reach out to her and see can I get her. I'm going to reach out to her. Several layers, employers, it appears. That is true. Some part of the party you don't want to be at. But this woman breaks it down, and everybody been trying to get her story. Everybody been. I watched this weekend. I'm going to try to pull it up. Let me see, can I pull it up? Oh my God. I mean, I watched two versions of it. Two different interviews from two different bloggers. I watched two different ones just to make sure I get this. And I said, oh my God, I got to make sure I play that. Let me see, can I find it? Okay, I'm going to make sure. And everybody got the same title. Everybody got the same title. But they got their platform on it, but everybody got the same title. And if I play this, guys, if I can get this to play, you better call up everybody. You better call and get them in this house like now. This is going to, whoo, Lord. Let me see. I see and it's all, no matter what platform you're on or who you are, this is her story. So you use that title. You know how a reality show have episodes, and then they have seasons, and an episode number 1 may be called The Housewife Go Flying in New York, take a flight in New York. That means You're always, no matter what content creator show episode 1, they're going to put that the housewives go flying in New York, episode 1. That's how it is. And this is just a normal person, just like you and I. Okay, she's not no big time star or nothing, but she had to exit really quick. She barely escaped, and she tells her story. And I'm going to try to get her. I am. Like I said, y'all better go get anybody and everybody, because I'm getting ready to put it on. But should I do it? That's the thing. I'm just wondering, should I do it right now? That's the thing. And this just happened last year, about 7 months ago. This ain't something that happened for years ago. Okay. Oh, so, okay, wait now. Email and password, card. Oh, you got to pay on this one to watch it. No, but let me see. I'm trying to find it from a outlet, but that one, to get it on that one, I have to pay. Here it is right here. Oh, this one is just short. Oh my God. I'm going to show, this one is short. Let me just save it just in case, if I can't get it nowhere else. Because this one is a little short of it. So I'm going to save this one. They're a little short, and it's only 50. Let me see how many minutes is it. It's only 56 minutes, but I'm trying to do it. I would wait to make sure. Yeah, I'm trying. I didn't. The other one wants you to put in your credit card and everything to watch it, because this is everybody. Oh, this girl, she goes into deep. She goes into deep, and she don't hide anything. Okay, so I just saved that. Let me go back now and see, can I find it where let me just go let me see am I able to do it from here? Oh, guys, I think I am. I'm not sure what. Tell you what I may do, because the story is about, some people got it around 30 some minutes, and this one is about 51 minutes. So when I say you'll be glued to this live like crazy, 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 you'll be glued. You'll be glued. So I'm taking it, I'm doing it now. Okay, and let me just see. You will be glued to your seat, because it's like, okay, I saved the 57-second one of it. I'm going to show you the 57-second versus the long portion of it. And because I can sit here and watch this again. I can sit here and watch it again. I really, really can. Hi, Alice. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Divine, I mean, when I say I can sit here and watch this, guys, when I show you, I'm trying to make up my mind whether I'm going to show this, but it's all about Diddy though. It's all about the connection with Diddy. It's about Diddy. It's about the everything. When I say everything, everything from the how she got there, who took her there, the players that was involved in it, the people she saw, all the stars that she saw, what they was doing, and something that would freak you out. Hey, Felicia, thank you for being here. I'm late, but no, you're still here. You can always do a replay, but still stay. Thank you. Make sure y'all hit that like button coming in. I believe you, Pinkie. This one, it sounds informative. Girl, I'm going to just let y'all just see the little short clip of it. When I say it will blow your mind, it will blow your mind. So in order, because they're already 2:53, so it's 3:53 there, and they've been trying to get out of the courthouse, I think around 3 o'clock every day, but I don't know. But my live have to be full before I show that. I mean, y'all have to call every friend and person you got. I have to have a full live. I mean, I have to have the numbers before I pull this up and show it. But let me show you the clip it. Okay, let me show y'all the clip it of it. Get ready, guys. I hope you can handle it. Okay, and this is just a short clip it of it. Okay, let me come back up here. Y'all, and I've been saying, I need to show this. I mean, I watched it twice on two different, I wouldn't say they was just regular content creators, no. No. But I watched it twice. Okay, I sure did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show it, guys. So y'all just take a hold, sit down, get yourself a drink. It's only a 56-minute clip. It's just, it's like a bit of freebie so you can see. Okay, I'm going to unmute it. And it's called My Night at Diddy's Freak Off. Okay, this is her night at Diddy's Freak Off. This is not a play acting or nothing. This is real. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play it.
I never knew that we were going to go there because I was there for 2 weeks and I knew it was something fishy. He kept saying, I got a surprise for you. I got a surprise for you. I'm like, but I'm only supposed to stay for 2 weeks and I'm here longer than 2 weeks. And it was almost a month. It was basically a month by then. And he was like, no, because I just want you to meet one special person. So he ended up telling me, like, when we went to Club Live, he was like,
that one special person, and she didn't know who that special person was. That special person, he wants her to meet Diddy. But he never said the name until at the last minute when it's time.
We went to Club Live. He was like, guess where we're going tonight? I'm like, where? He's like, to P. Diddy's house. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, that's crazy because I hear a lot about P. Diddy and I'm like, his house for what? Like to go sing? He's like, no, he's throwing this wild party. I'm like, oh, okay. So we went from Club Live. It ended at like, the clubs end at like 3 or 4 and not 2 like how out here is. So we waited around the mansion, the Prince's mansion, for about an hour. And then as soon as 6:30 hit.
A federal agent.
Okay. Okay, let me just go Go back to her.
I never knew
Look at that.
that we were going to go there because I was there for 2 weeks.
Okay. That's her. Okay. Okay, I would say, Pinkie, I am hooked on this trial. He's just a monster. I am too. I am hooked on it. You know how people was hooked on the O.J. Simpson trial, O.J. trial? I mean, they was literally hooked. Hooked. I'm like that. I'm hooked on this trial. I mean, I don't go a day without something, putting up something. Something. Hello, beautiful Felicia. That's from Divine. This girl, ooh, I was praying for her the whole time watching. That's a little short clipping. Okay? That's a short clipping. This child, this will take your breath away. It will break your heart when you see this. It will. It'll break your heart. It will break your heart when you see this. It just. But see, in order for me to show that, I'm going to do like all other content creators. I have to have way more people in my life before I show that. But what I may do, let me see. We are 2 hours and 58 minutes. Trial is over. Let me see who all came out the courtroom first. And I had a goal. Let me ask, Lord, I am 69. I have never seen nothing like this. Jail is too good for him. You're right, Alice. I've never seen nothing like this. OJ trial wasn't like this. The R. Kelly trial wasn't like this. This trial is like, it's like, this is like, it's worse than a circus. It's worse than a circus. It's worse than being at seeing the zoo animals all come running out the cages. This is why I wonder why more people are not hooked. Maybe because it's not about race or more important titles and professional involved possibly. I think Divine, that is. I think it is because see what they want to see is stuff like Love and Marriage Huntsville. Whenever I do anything about Love and Marriage Huntsville, I get a full house. If it ain't about Love and Marriage Huntsville, drama with Martell, the Demon Boy, and the Scotts, and all that stuff, and Destiny, it does matter. You say Love and Marriage Huntsville, anything, because they ain't nothing but criminals, thieves, everything, and messy. They are messy. The whole family is messy. The family is messy. The mamas are messy. Everybody is messy. Everybody in the back. They ain't nobody's a friend to a friend. And then you got so many narcissists in one place all at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So they want all that drama. This is real drama, though. This is real life drama. And you're right, in my opinion, too. So, but I noticed my numbers only go up after I get off the live. But during the live, nobody want to hear this. Nobody want to hear it. But I don't stop. I'm not going to stop because I'm not doing this for the numbers. I'm not doing it for the numbers. But if I play that video of this young lady, I do want my numbers to go up because I think everybody needs to hear it. That's what I am asking. That's the one thing I am asking for. Yeah. I am asking for that. Just give me one second, guys. Okay. I'm trying to pull up the people that's testified today so we can hear what their statement was. Okay. Alice said, "Don't stop, Pinkie. I get to see your beautiful face." Thank you. I was telling everybody because I had just woke up right before I went live. You can see I ain't got nothing. I need to I don't have nothing on my face. I need some lipstick or something. I just got some lip gloss on my lips. That's it. That's why I look broke down. I do need something on my face. I need some lip stuff. I need some to give me some color to my lips. You know, 20 likes and 7 in the chat. See, thank you, Linda. Thank you. Let me try to find, because we had certain people that's supposed to testify today. And we already got word that one person is not going to be able to testify today. You know, when you're looking at the list here, Kid Cudi, the one down there by Audrey, from the right, Kid Cudi, he's supposed to be testifying today. We just found out that he will not testify until tomorrow. And this guy here, everybody know who he is. He's the Punisher. He's an escort, or the paid man to give Diddy what he wants. Is he wants him to F his, you know, Cassie, and then so he can get off on the man as well in some form or fashion. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, Cassie's mom took the stand. She took the stand yesterday with evidence, photos, video. She had it. She had bank account numbers, bank records. She had all the information that one would want, because he threatened, let me see. He threatened Cassie's mom. And you see where Cassie get her looks from. Her mom is gorgeous with all that beautiful long gray hair. She's beautiful. Okay. But anyway, let me see here where it say Kid Cudi down at 8:50 a.m. Central Standard Time. This was the schedule for today. Kid Cudi supposed to testify, but will not testify today for the federal prosecution. So that was sad. But we did have a special agent that concluded his testimony, and then we did have the psychologist there to talk about how abusive relationships, the behaviors make a victim feel trapped. And that's, to me, how she felt was trapped. So it's 4:07 in New York. and I'm not in New York. I'm an hour behind, but I know it's 4:07 there. And I think the judge was trying to get everybody out of there at a certain time. Okay? But what we're going to, here's the information, and here's the transcript of it from KAPLAND. John Diddy's former assistant, George KAPLAND, told a federal court Wednesday that he had to pick up drugs for Diddy. Let me just show y'all that. Where is it that I'm reading it from? Okay. And this, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pass so y'all can see this. Oh, no, I can't do that. Ooh, Diddy, sure looking rough. I'm not going to say he's not. Diddy, sure looking rough, guys. And that's not being mean, though. That's just telling it like it is. This man looking rough. You look like okay, I'm making a note, guys. Y'all know, I tell y'all all the time, I make notes of everything. Okay? Okay. Now, I'm going to screen this over to you so we can see it together. Okay? Because I don't know, do you all, let me ask you this question. Since that's a 50-minute live, because I want to show you all the whole thing. Since it's 50 minutes, that will put us, we're at 3 hours and 8 minutes right now. That will put us over 4 hour long live. What I want to do is just go ahead, we look over Diddy's assistant, ex-associate, that's what he's claiming he is, George KAPLAND, what he said in the courtroom. Go over that, and then after that, I come back live with a recap of today's stories. And one of the stories, I'll play that video first. Then once I play that video, then we'll go ahead into a recap. Let me make sure I'm putting it down. So I know. Okay, come back later today. Hit live. Okay, that's, and then we play the video. Let me pull it up right quick. So we play the video because we're gonna stay in order because I'm putting it down. We're gonna go in order unless something breaks really big. Then we may get out of sequence, but I don't plan on getting out of sequence at all. And I already got the video in here, and I already checked to make sure I can play it without any problems. And it's a 50-minute video. Okay, and then after we get through with that, then we touch up on, that's when all the news outlets will be reporting exactly what happened. in court, they'd be putting it all out. So then after we finish playing that video, I think that video is going to be so shocking. But then it's going to help a lot of this other stuff to make sense, to give people a better understanding of everything in the Diddy's freak off world, and how and a lot of times how he get these other women, like the what's her name? The one that used to always going live, telling her story, and she's in hiding. She's a young girl. She was in a video that they did. I ain't gonna say whose video, but she was in a video, and she's always sitting in her car with her mom. I can't remember her name right now. Allie Carter. Yes, Allie Carter. It came to me. He said, why are only these two children testifying? Two children. There are two children testifying, Divine. Let me see. I don't understand, Divine. Make it, give me a little more context. But let me, and I'm going to start on this. So, this here, I'm going to pull it over so I can see it better. Okay. Where's my phone so I can keep up with y'all? Oh my God, that story. That story is just too much, guys. If y'all hear this story, when I say it's too much, it is a lot. Okay? It is a lot. Okay. But let's go over the let me do this. I'm trying to get everything in sync. Okay. Got it there. Okay. Okay. Let me just do this. Okay. Got it there. I got to figure that out. What two children? I'm still trying to figure that one out. Let me unshare from here. Did I unshare from the wrong thing? Yes, I did. Oh my God. Okay. Let me get it back up. And I want to say thank you to my husband. Y'all know why? It was him. Remember, for the past 2 weeks when I would go live, everything would be messing up all the time. And it was thanks to him that got in my computer to figure it out, check for viruses and people hacking in and all this here stuff. He did that. And he did that yesterday morning before him and the baby left, right? Early in the morning, I've been sleeping. And then he, because I have more than one laptop. I have 2 laptops, a gaming laptop that's new. And then my other laptop that that one is only about a year old. Because, but anyway, I'd use them both. Because, but I'm gonna have my studio. I'm gonna work on my studio today. I'm gonna work on my wall. I wish I can show you all that wall. Maybe I'll take a snapshot of it and show it to you. But anyway, let's get on with this here portion here. It says Diddy's ex-associate claims he bought drugs for rapper on request. Okay. Okay. And you can see how long ago that is, still showing just 40 minutes ago. Okay. Okay. And that's the photo, guys. I want you all to see this photo. This man got a bag. You see that bag on the stand? I guess he got all his evidence in a bag. Oh, I don't know what's in that bag, but we're getting ready to find out. Okay? Okay. Sean Diddy Combs' former assistant George KAPLAND told a federal court Wednesday that he had to pick up drugs for Diddy. Woo! Now, this is the man that was given immunity right there in the courtroom. Nobody knew he was coming to testify. Nobody knew this man was going to testify. He was a surprise guest. And Justice was the one that broke that story to me online this morning. Yes, everybody know who Justice was. I was too busy sleeping and didn't know all, because I told you I woke up late, so I didn't know that had went on. That a surprise witness walks into the courthouse, into the courtroom with his attorney. Everybody eyes, and she said Diddy just almost fell out of the chair. Diddy put his head down. He just put his head down. Because he knew what was coming. You could drop a pin on the floor. Everybody will be turning around. Okay. But anyway, so let me go ahead and get to this here right quick. Okay. Make sure you hit that like button coming in, and anybody in the bushes, go ahead and hit that like button for me, and then you can step back into the bushes. Pinkie, the housewife, do appreciate it. Okay? So let me go ahead, and this is that surprise witness today. He was not on that list. Remember that list of people that I show all the time, that list of people? He is not on this list at all. Nobody knew he was coming, and they read over the immunity deal and took it right there in the court. How big and bad is that? Now that's what I call. That's showing. That's it. Okay, but anyway, KAPLAND, 34, testified to providing food, clothes, or on a few occasions, drugs to Diddy during hotel stays. And y'all know what they be doing in them hotels. He describes a medicine bag that allegedly contained a number of different drugs, including Advil, Tylenol, calamine, and what is this? Baltrin, whatever that is. Anybody know what that is? Put it in the chat for me, because your housewife, you don't know what that is. I don't know. Okay. The former employee claimed he once had to pick up MDMA for Diddy. I need to figure out what that is. It was the first time he was aware of Combs using MDMA, a stimulant. It's some more commonly known as ecstasy or Molly. Okay, because I was going to try to look that bad booger up. What is that? Oh, that goes in too much stuff, trying to look that up. I'm gonna. Oh, y'all see that? I don't know. Can y'all? Oh, y'all can't see that. But it says when I. Oh, that goes into a. When I click on. Okay, let me tell you what I did, guys. I clicked on the highlighted in blue where it say MDMA for Diddy. When I clicked on that, it brought up the raid. It brought up other stuff. It brought up Kim Porter, everything. Oh my God. I don't have time to look at it right now. Okay? But clicking on this here, MDMA, is enough. Okay? But it's normally called, it's a stimulant. But it's better known as called ecstasy or Molly. I've heard Molly before. Everybody know what ecstasy is. Okay. Copeland said he had to pick up drugs for Diddy in Miami. Okay, you got to pick up drugs in Miami. Okay, where are you taking them? Pick something up for Diddy while he was staying in the Bel Air Hotel in LA, which is Los Angeles. He claimed on the stand that upon meeting the person, he gave them cash from Diddy and then received it back to give to Combs. Oh my God. So he's turning that guy into a drug mule for him. Somebody, just say if somebody tip off the car, he could have got arrested. Transporting, selling drugs. And go to jail for that. All because of somebody else. Do you want to go to jail for somebody else? Go to the no. You ain't gonna have me going out there picking up drugs and paying the drug dealer and everything else, and I got to bring it back to you. I'm not going to jail for you. Oh my Lord. Guys. Okay. KAPLAND said it was his understanding Diddy would have guessed a female partner at the hotel. He explained Combs would stay anywhere from 12 hours to a few days. That's that freak off. You got to remember. For days, he's having that freak off and want those drugs in that bag brought to the hotel where he's gonna, because ooh Lord. Okay. He said the jury, he told the jury he would see energy drinks and lots of baby oil in the hotel room. The energy drink is to keep you up, give you that energy, that stay up power. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That stay up power. Alice said, Pinkie, did you know he ordered Kim Porter casket 2 months before she died? No. You're kidding. That was a plan. I always felt, in my opinion, her death was no accident. It was planned. Someone did it to her. And if he ordered that, ooh, Lord. But he have no mercy and heart for nobody. Nobody. And I absolutely mean nobody. Thank you. Thank you, Alice, for telling me that. I'm going to look that up. That's, I'm going to put down here to look up that. Look up. I'm just going to put what I'm going to look up, order, and see what I can find on that. Y'all keep finding things out and let me know. 2 months. Ooh, Lord. Everybody knows or knew or suspected that he had something to do with Kim Porter being on the line. And that's allegedly in my, but that's what I believe. Yes, a gold casket. Oh my God. Y'all, that's why you don't let your daughters go off, especially when they're underage. And she was just 19. Don't be going off to no man's house at that age that's older than your mama. He's a monster. Yeah, he is a monster. And that's our opinion. Don't let your young kids, 18 and 19, be going off with these grown men older than your mama and your daddy. And you all up in their house. Then, I wouldn't have to see it but one time. My child being abused like that. Just one time. One time is enough. Baby, you coming home. I don't care about what you talking about. You don't get a choice no more. Not in my book. You coming home. When I say you don't get a choice, I mean a choice to say you're gonna stay. No, I'm taking over this. You coming home, and he can say anything he wants to say, but you coming home, baby girl. Okay. He told the jury he would see lots of baby oil in the hotel room. He saw crystallized powder once on a counter in the bathroom. KAPLAND testified. Dr. Don Hughes Hutchins also testified Wednesday, saying it's not common for victims to disclose their abuse. Victims will often wait years or months to come forward, he explained. Hodges, who previously provided testimony in R. Kelly's trial, claimed victims wait for fear of not being believed. That is, because you go telling somebody that they ain't gonna believe you. The police don't even believe you when you come and tell them. And that's their job, is to sit there and listen to you and see whether this is true or not. Fear of consequences and fear people would look negatively on them. I don't know why I know that word, but I couldn't get it out. Negatively on them. Victims can also fear a change in economic situation or fear change in their network, according to Hodges. She also claimed trauma survivors do drugs for a very traumatic specified function. She said substance abuse can also be used as preventative measures, according to Hughes. The clinical psychologist explained drugs can also sometimes be used to not feel or remember. Yeah, who want to remember all that stuff? But the mind is a funny thing. It may not let you remember at that age, but as you grow up and get older, in your mind, that other person in you feels like you're strong enough to know. You start seeing little glimpses and pictures, and you'd be wondering, is that true? Did I really do that? I forgot about that. I haven't thought about that in years, because your mind was protecting itself. The other you was protecting the young you. While the stronger you comes out and be able to function in the world while protecting that younger you. I hope what I'm saying making some sense. Kaplan will be back on the stand Thursday. That's tomorrow, guys, when court resumes at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by Cassie's ex-boyfriend, Kid Cudi. So we just got a timeline. So the timeline tomorrow is, so the Kaplan is going to be on the stand first. I'm going to put this down. Stand order. So we'll know what order they're going to go in. And this is for Thursday, which is 5/22. Okay. So we know, so Kaplan is going to take the George Kaplan. So George is going to be on the stand first, or I guess first, to finish up his testimony that he started today. And then remember, he's just Diddy. I was trying to say Diddy, and I'm saying Diddy, guys. Diddy's former assistant. Okay, and then we're gonna get so he's gonna finish up his testimony about all the times he had to go out and get the drugs for the hotel rooms and stuff. And then Kid Cudi supposed to come in. Everybody was expecting Kid Cudi to testify today, but Kid Cudi will be testifying on Thursday. After he's going to follow George. When George Kaplan gets off, then Kid Cudi, and Kid Cudi is the ex-boyfriend of Cassie. Okay, so we know them to testify. All right. So let me see. Oh, I don't need to show that. Okay. So we got that in order. So that's the order of that, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. We at 3 hours and 33 minutes. The last thing I want to do is hear a update live of the what happened in the courthouse. I just want an update live. I want to hear what's going, what today. Then I just want to hear them wrap up today, and get a possibly. And I heard that his sons was there today, at the courthouse. His sons was there today, but I didn't hear anything about the daughters being there. Okay. So in a way, I'm glad they wasn't there. I don't think they need to be able to hear and take this mess. Okay. Okay. So we're getting ready to see the last few minutes of it, and this is 11 minutes ago. Okay. From NewsNation. Okay. See what they say before we leave. All right. Okay. And this happened today. Okay. Let me just put this over here so we can watch it together. I have not seen it myself. Love you, Pinkie. Have a blessed day. Thank you. And after this is only 5 minutes and 3 seconds. And then after we watch this video, the wrap is up today. It says the testimony against Diddy from his inner circle, starting today. And let's go ahead and see what that inner circle looks like. That's why he had his head down, put his head down when George came in. George came strolling in that courtroom. Diddy put that head down to the ground, head down to the desk. And he's supposed to be a big, powerful man, hiding from George. George know who you are, Diddler. Okay, here we go. And it's only 5 minutes and 3 seconds. The close is out today. Okay, here we go, guys.
To the Diddy trial now, the forensic psychologist Dawn Hughes was on the stand earlier today, day 7. She was brought in by prosecutors to break down why victims of domestic abuse stay in relationships in many cases, how they cope, why it takes leaving the relationship for some victims to then open up about the abuse they were experiencing. The entertainment journalist Shagun Oduolowu is back with us today on the case. And I want to talk about that testimony first, but I want to begin, Shagun, if I can, with an observation I know that you were making, is that big picture, not just today, how many times that we've seen through the testimony examples of people that were just looking the other way when a lot of bad stuff was happening to Cassie or someone else. You feel like that's been a trend, right?
Yeah, Connell, as always, thank you for having me. And it's been so startling to me. Employees, former assistants, former musicians, everyone within the Diddy orbit, all have testified they witnessed violence, they saw it on multiple occasions, and yet they did nothing. And this spans years, right? Cassie is with him, but all of these people, these bystanders, are watching it happen, seeing it occur, and still either continue to do business with Diddy or stay in his orbit. It reminds me of a scene in the movie Road to Perdition where Paul Newman and Tom Hanks are in the same room, and Paul Newman says there are only killers in this room. Like, there are no saints in this courtroom, right? Everyone testifying has got some filth on them too. And though it does not cloud what Diddy does, I think it helps to bolster what the expert testified to today, that you can be so enmeshed in this world that your reason, your understanding of right from wrong can go completely out the window. Dawn Richard especially continued to do business and stay in another group with Diddy after Danity came, after she testified to witnessing Diddy trying to hit Cassie over the head with a skillet. She still stayed. She still did music with him. So I think this gives a better picture of just how many people were involved in this, and whether the swarm was too much for them to see up or down, looked the other way while all of these atrocities were going on.
So Dawn Hughes, the psychologist, testified about what she described as a trauma bond that can form between a domestic abuser and a victim, that there's almost always love, attraction, and companionship in abusive relationship. You get highs and lows, and the victim feels entrapped because of physical violence, psychological abuse, surveillance, or financial control, Shagun, which could be many of those things, but even that last point could be at the heart of this case.
Yes, financial abuse is something that needs to be looked at, because what we've heard in so many forums and chats and discussions all around is, why did she stay? Oh, she must have stayed for the money. But financial abuse, when you're dealing with someone as all powerful as Diddy was, he controlled, and Cassie testified it, he paid her rent, he controlled who she saw, what she wore, where she went, and even how she made her money. He was in control of all of that. That financial is not something to overlook, because it was a way of him keeping her in control, and it was a way of him keeping his whole empire in control. All these people beholden to him for a paycheck, willing to go along with atrocities that they probably knew weren't
Even got her mom involved, which you heard about yesterday. The final point here, we talked about this before the last break. This is the federal agent was testifying this. What was found in his home in Miami? What were the items? So you got guns, 45 caliber handguns, several rounds in a suitcase, AR-15 parts, 31 bottles of baby oil, along with sex toys, women's high heels, and the likes. So I don't know if we're surprised at this point, but that's what was there.
Not surprising at all. There's this thing in court trials where they say, if you have the facts, pound the facts, and if you don't, pound the desk. The prosecution is doing both. They're pounding the facts of an abusive, kinky, sexually deviant person by showing these pictures and parading these witnesses to testify to the violence, but they're also pounding the desk, saying, look at this, look at this, look at this, look what he is, look what he is, which will play later in the trial when the defense tries to somehow rehabilitate the picture that's been painted of Diddy so far in this trial.
All right, Shagun, we're back to the trial in our next hour of coverage. We thank you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.
I'm glad somebody else explained that.
I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Oh, this is that video. Remember the video I told you that was 50 minutes long? 50 minutes long that I told you. I'm going to play this later on today. It's going to be the first thing I play because it's 50 minutes long. And then we're going to then look at what wrap up everything from what happened today. This is just a little teaser of it. It starts off with Diddy sitting at his desk and then throwing stuff all over it and throwing his phone and everything from his desk, going crazy. But we're going to watch this here. That's the one with the young lady. Remember, I showed you the young lady that y'all remember that. My night at a Diddy street off. My night at a Diddy street off. And she did not know that's where she was going. She had no clue. She thought she was going to go. The man promised her fame and fortune. But what she got was far worse, different than what happened. And she actually had to escape. She escaped by getting away out of the Diddy's party and then getting back to the huge, when I say mansion, I mean palace, the big palace of it. It was like made Diddy house look like a little play toy. Okay? And when she called for the police because she's been kidnapped, they came, yeah. But when they pulled up at this place where she was, and then she told them they helped that she's been kidnapped and she wanted to get out of there, they actually turned their back and didn't want to hear it. Because they asked, well, where is the person that owns the house? And she told them who the person is. She said, oh, he's at Diddy's party. Once they heard that, they turned around and was leaving. Thank God another cop showed up and took her seriously. Because they said there's nothing they can do. And they was leaving her there. It's like if a person say they don't belong here and want to go, but you leaving the person because you found out who the person is and what the person is at Diddy's party. Oh no, they washing their hands of that. They had to leave from that. But anyway, I'm going to come back on tonight, and I want to do that story, but I want to do a recap of what's going on, what happened at the Diddy's, because I'm exhausted, and I really didn't eat all my food here. I need to go, and my husband is not here to bring me my food, so I'm exhausted. Okay, so I'm going to come back today and finish up, and so we can recap on what happened today. I think it's very important to do that recap. All right, so I do want to thank everybody that was here today, everybody that participated in the live, everybody that showed up and showed out with all your wonderful comments. I do appreciate all of that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and be leaving out. Y'all know I'm always watching. I'm always looking. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close it out right now. Thank you, guys. I'll be back this evening doing another live this evening.